With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, repairing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and show. His dreams online and straight away begins to whine, but always fine as long as Shad's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money he earned on yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always had to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to go, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once clicked off across the board with charge to what because his code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals a slow machine. He's snorting, burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if battery fun, his child's can't see it powers, making feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunching into a bike, pretending they're for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of Collis, cat and fatty wife and all his strife, while forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react, but isn't actor as a fact, as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. She's nearly over it and awareness in sight, with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay, and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jet here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for what is today. Is it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday, the 28th of March 2023. I've had a bastard of a fucking day. I've had a bastard of a goddamn day. Jesus Christ, man, and work was just fucking not great, so I'm just looking forward to a robust game of bingo. Sorry about that, I had to randomly cough there. I managed to make myself just in time, just about. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I've had a fucking rush day. Thank God I got a fucking mute button now. If it was fucking Philly, but fucking hearing that shit fucking just non-stop directly in the fucking microphone. Anyway, let's just spin this wheel and quickly get our game set up. And it's going to land on Phil randomly standing up. Fantastic stuff indeed. Okay. The centre square today will be Zelda. Just because. So, I need a number stands up, there you go. I need a number between 1 and 200. The first number in chat I see, which contains, you know, a number, essentially any number, no fucking hidden secrets. Just any number at all. First number in chat I see, number 5. D-Dog goes first with number 5. Fantastic stuff. So the first bingo card of Phil standing up will be this one right here on the right hand side. That's our card for today's shenanigans. By the way, Pig Go is not working right now. However, there is a brand new website that's been made, as far as I know. I learned this from a Dark Viper video. It is called YouTube Keyword Search. The URL is ytks.app. Very basic URL, I know. If you go to like home, there it is there, so just that. I will post a link in chat if people are interested in this. It works for any channel, not just DSP's channel, it works for any channel. Nothing bad as far as I'm aware has happened to Pig Go, it's just not been updated for a while. This has happened before, it is something that happens now and again. This works for every single channel. It's got transcripts, every channel has got transcripts available, this works for it, including DSP. However, there is limitations to it. This only looks for I'll show you. 250 maximum videos per search. For DSP Gaming, who has a fucking huge plethora of fucking videos for some things he says, yeah, it doesn't work great for older things, sometimes especially if you're looking for a lot of things. There's other different plans as well, but it essentially works so for every single channel, specifically. And also it can help for looking specific things as well. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'd highly recommend looking into that. Review toilet paper USA sounds like, my goodness, you're right, you sound like you've had a rough day. I've had a fucking crappy day work-wise, but I'm just kind of looking forward to bingo. Plus, I took a sip of water and then it went down the wrong way, so I ended up just coughing and spluttering there. It's just one of those things where if I can take a sip of water that goes down the wrong way. Pain in the arse. Anyway, this is a bingo card for today's bingo shenanigans, people. This one on the right-hand side. I'm going to save it very quickly, and then I'm going to let you guys enjoy some Meerkat music while we wait for Phil to begin the show. A wee bit of a rush stream here, I'm not going to lie. I'm just a bit all over the place. This has been a bastard of a day, man. I just kind of the less I see of his day, the better. What can make me feel better today? Two things. Well, first of all, us getting a full house in bingo and one of you guys winning a prize. Second of all, Scotland beating Spain. Hopefully at least one of these things happen. So yeah, there we can go. So yeah, big game for Scotland tonight in the old footy ball, you know, playing Spain. But yeah, it would be great if we can win, but we'll have to wait and see. I've saved the card, so good stuff indeed, good stuff indeed. Let me just get all set up and make sure it all looks proper. I forgot Phil's chat again. I knew I was forgetting something. Hold on, bear with me here, 2 seconds. Every time, it's twice in a row. I think it's 2 days in a fucking row. I forgot Phil's fucking chat. And let me just think on that and add that, and okay, fantastic. Phil's chat is now on screen. Fantastic stuff indeed. And so let me get Microsoft Paint open. Good old MS Paint. Don't need any of this fancy shit when it's just bingo. It's just there we go. It works perfectly well. Plus, I've not really. I have Photoshop. I have not taught myself how to use it properly, so we're using Paint. It works. What can I fucking say? But here we go. This is the card for today's bingo antics, and I think it looks quite decent indeed. So, Phil standing up, him getting 15,000+ tips, clown emoji, gibber jealousy, idiot, on demand, him talking drama, him using hateful source comment, and him touching his face, him saying tips, in fact, him mentioning Zelda, him using the sound box, and him saying meaningful, then him scratching his stash, him saying Twitter, likes, friend, and go, and final row is Phil saying variety wrong, him smacking his lips, flailing his arms, and him saying reality. James Holder is asking me what is, in my opinion, Phil's most disgusting physical trait. Probably the snorting. Like, a lot of people burp, okay? Burping's not such a rare fucking thing. But for Phil to knowingly and openly snort down the microphone, it's the fact that he chooses to not mute himself to do it. That's what gets me. But yeah, that's my taking it anyway. Anyway guys, but yeah, just kind of checking a couple of things there. So, I don't think there's anything else to set up for the game. 25 snorts equals a free space, 10 burps equals a free space, 100 likes from Phil, free space, 100 likes here, free space. Yep, so if we need free spaces, there's ways for us to get free spaces. And if we get 25 out of 25 in the card, one of you guys can win a prize. Phil's probably going to go live soon, I guess, I don't know. Probably is meant to be going live soon anyway. But until then, I guess you guys can enjoy the cat's music. We'll wait for Phil to properly begin the show. But yeah, aside from that, I do hope you're all doing well. Hope you're enjoying your Tuesday so far. And I guess we'll just wait for Phil to begin this stupid little show, and hopefully we can get a full house bingo card. So, yeah, thanks again for being here, and I'll catch up with you guys when Phil is beginning his dumbass stream.
Pasta once a week. Authentic style, Asian fusion style, Italian.
Guess what else we're gonna add?
What?
Sausage. Italian sausage. That's gonna go in here too.
I love sausage. I have had many varieties.
Italian life. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side filth. Italian life. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. Why do you pretend to be Italian? I don't. I'm not full-blooded Italian. That'd be ridiculous for me to claim. I am a quarter Italian. I am 1/4 Polish, and then I'm half kind of European mix. It complements the flavor perfectly. And it's so weird because it's nothing like any other cuisine. It really isn't. I can't even tell you another cuisine that tastes like that. But it's so good. And what I like about Mediterranean food is usually when you get it, you get such a good variety of stuff. Like I got, it came with hummus and pitas. You dip the pitas in the hummus, and that was delicious. Robust. Insanely flavorful chicken. It's not dry. It's freaking robust. Give me this dipping sauce. Garlic infused dipping sauce. Robust. I will tell you guys is thus. Robust. Robust. It came with their rice, which is the seasoned rice. That just tastes, again, it tastes kind of different from other cultures' rices. It has peas and carrots, but it's also got this unique seasoning in it that's really good. And then also a side salad, which was like lettuce, tomato, onion, robust, insanely flavorful chicken. It's not dry. It's freaking robust. Give you this dipping sauce, garlic infused dipping sauce. Robust. I will tell you guys is thus. Robust. 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 We went and got dinner. Now, this was a double-edged sword. We knew that the restaurant we were going to was probably going to be good. It was a very high-end Chinese-style, Asian fusion-style restaurant, okay? I understand that people right now are so hyped for the episode. I'm very grateful for that. Thank you. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Level 1 Podcast. How are you? Welcome to the show. Welcome to a very jam-packed day of news. Yes, today, there is a lot going on in the realm of gaming news and entertainment news as a whole. I can't wait to talk about some stuff today, some big topics to discuss today that are going to affect the content here and all over the internet, quite frankly. It all kind of had a big explosion of stuff going on in the last 24 hours, so, we're going to talk all about it. It's going to be a lengthy show of news discussion, for sure, which is a good thing. It's good to have variety. Some days we don't have that much to talk about, and then we end up, you know, kind of maybe brainstorming for events for the future and the like, and other days we just do Q&A, but today we've got a lot of discussion about things going on, so I'm excited for this, and I hope that you are too. Today is Tuesday, the 28th of March, 2023. We're almost done with March, if you can believe it. Again, another month kind of flew by. Although, admittedly, if you look at everything that's been going on in the gaming realm, really, the one big thing that happened this week, I would say, and month so far is Resident Evil 4 Remake. It's been kind of dead, you know, but it looks like things hopefully will be picking up in the next few months in the realm of games. This is the opposite of last year. Last year, around this time of the year, oh my god, it was like within a 2-month time span, there was like something like 10 to 12 major game releases. Things, you know, Elden Ring was one of them, obviously. And then all these other things happening around the gaming landscape and all these game announcements. And now it's been very dead. Very, very dead. It's weird how it goes like this. Peaks and valleys when it comes to games. I'm wondering if there's like...
Okay, guys, I have to make a phone call very quickly. I'm gonna let the bingo play on continue, but you guys please listen out for things on the card and snorts and burps as well. I'm trusting you guys, but yeah, I need to make a wee phone call quickly, but I'm gonna let this, I'll say bingo continue for you guys. So, I'll be back hopefully soon, it won't be too long. Just letting you know. Cheers, sorry about that.
Is this the calm before the storm, where all of a sudden we're gonna get a giant amount of announcements about giant games coming out in the next, you know, 6 months, and we're all gonna be like, holy crap, and we're gonna be inundated with a million new games? Maybe, I guess we're gonna see. It is that typical gaming season right around the corner when all the game companies and publishers will start releasing all data on their new games and the like. And in line with that, today we've actually got updates and news on E3. We got a major update on the new Zelda game, Tears of the Kingdom. I did see the 10-minute gameplay breakdown by the game director, and I'm going to talk about that this morning on the podcast. I hope that you guys are interested in my thoughts on the new Zelda. I hope. If not, well, what's your problem? What's wrong with you? You should care. Why not? Why wouldn't you care about the news? It's Zelda. Zelda! Anyway. So, welcome everyone. How are you all doing? What we should probably do is we should start with the schedule just to get it out of the way. You know, a few quick updates on things here and there, and then jump right into this very big chunk of news to talk about today. It's going to be the majority of the show, I feel, because we have so many topics to discuss. Okay, so welcome everyone. Today is a more chill day. And what I mean by that is today we're swinging back to Metroid Prime Remastered, which I've liked the first 6 hours of the game that I've played for sure. I've had a good time with it. This version of the game is much better than the Wii Trilogy version that I played many years ago. That was on the Wii U, and it was very reliant on motion controls, and the graphics were very rough. This is much more updated. Visually, it looks pretty decent. Not amazing or anything, but it's decent. And the controls are so much better on this guy. It's just way more fun of a game now. And I'm happy about that because I do feel like maybe my first experience with the game many years ago was held back and hampered by the stupid motion controls. I'm so glad we are out of that era and firmly into, hey, controllers are rad, bro, kind of a deal. I mean, it's so stupid that we weren't using controllers for like 5 years because everyone wanted to do a motion control gimmick. It was really dumb. So I'm excited for today. However, being honest, it's not really catching on with my audience, which is interesting because when it was announced that Metroid Prime Remastered was shadow dropped on that Nintendo Direct several weeks ago, a lot of people were screaming for me to play it right away. There was a vocal minority of people saying, hey, drop everything you're doing. Forget about Hogwarts. Who cares about Wolong? Who cares about all these games? Just play Metroid Prime. And
I am back. Did I miss much? Sorry for that, but is there anything I need to pick up on?
was like, now, wait a minute. You gotta understand, I'm a variety content creator, and I already got a packed schedule. If I just start dropping games or pushing games to the side, you'll get people who are very upset. You know, these are playthroughs that have tons of hours into them, or have already been promised, and you're gonna upset a lot of people. You can't just drop everything in order to play a game like this, especially because it's a game I've already played, right? It's not like it's a highly anticipated game or anything like that, and I said, I'll play it as soon as we get time in the schedule. So let me finish up the projects we're working on, and I'll jump into it. And I did live up to that commitment, you know? And sadly, it just doesn't look like the playthrough's caught on at all. Like, usually when I stream this, I'm getting between 200, 300 viewers. It's not a lot for a big new release. And on top of that, taking a look at the playthrough and the parts, it's like, ouch. Like, seriously, and I'm not exaggerating, okay? I'm gonna hit refresh here. The playthrough right now has parts that are from last week, okay? Last week, that don't even have 300 views. So, what that tells me, people don't really care about Metroid Prime Remastered. So, I'm going to chalk this one up to it was a vocal minority of people who wanted it, but sadly, they were very loud, and I didn't really know that. I thought maybe there was a big chunk of people who wanted this, and that's why I bought it, and I'm playing it. Now, here's the good news.
So, this is what this tells. This is what I gather from what Phil's saying here. There is never a huge fucking majority of people fucking saying things. You'll see one or two people say something, attribute that to everyone, and that's that. You see one or two people at the same time mention Metroid Prime. You thought, wow, everyone fucking wants to see this shit. This is what. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. It's his own damn fault. Yeah, the voice is in his head. Jesus, man. But yeah, Phil's his own worst enemy. He always will be. Never change, Phil. Never fucking change.
For those of you who are here for the playthrough, it's fun and chill. It's a good time. I'm enjoying the game a lot more than the first time around. It's interactive. You guys are engaging, and we're having a good time on the streams. That's the good thing. It's not like I'm playing it and everyone's bored and we're falling asleep. No, it's not. That's not the case. We're actually enjoying the game and having a good time. So as long as that continues, I'm okay with that. Now every game's going to be a giant, you know, popular situation. Certainly I was intending this would have been more popular because it is a main daytime stream game, but you never really know. You know, you never really know what's going to happen. What I would say is for those of you who are going to be here for the Metroid Prime playthrough, please, if you can keep that level of engagement up, and yes, if you can support those streams, that would be great. I'm not making anything on this playthrough on demand on YouTube when I'm bringing in like 200 views a video. All right, it's going to be like 10 cents a video. So it's like, you know, for me, I hope the streams do all right, or else basically the rest of this playthrough is pretty much wasted time. I've already played the game. It's not like I'm going to be seeing anything new in the game I never saw before. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, I already bought it. I'm going to keep playing it. We're 6 hours in. Now, I forget what people said. Didn't you guys say it was like 15 hours long or something like that? So if that's the case, then after today, we should be more than halfway through the game, right? Which is fine. If I'm going to be balancing this with Resident Evil 4 Remake, that's good. It'll give us, you know, ample opportunity to enjoy the game and balance it and not really worry about, oh no, it's so long, I'll be playing it for a month or anything like that, right? So, you know, there you go. Now, it's funny because people in the chat are like, oh, you should have just played it right away. Again, that's not how it works. They shadow dropped it. It would have been one thing if they had announced Metroid Prime Remastered is coming out, you know, on such and such a date. And I could say, oh, okay, are you guys interested? And if people were interested, I would have worked it into my schedule. They shadow dropped it. I was already in the middle of multiple playthroughs that you guys had wanted to see. Now, you're already complaining that I'm already backlogged on playthroughs. Like you saw how long Hogwarts Legacy was. It was like 45 hours, you know. I can't just stop to put in another game. That's just not how it works. People just, no matter what, people are going to be upset. You know what I'm saying? Just dropping anything to just starting up a game. And by the way, it would have been a waste of time too, because here's what would have happened. I would have bought it and played it like one stream. And then after that, it would have been like, okay, when's the next time Full playing a game? Oh, in 3-4 days is the next time he's playing the game we want to see. And everyone would have been upset again. So it's kind of a lose-lose situation, just being honest. When they shadow drop games, it just doesn't really work for someone who's a content creator with a schedule. Does it work for a casual gamer who just, you know, you just want to play stuff whenever? Of course it does. Because this is like, oh, good. I have nothing better to do. I came home from school or work. I'm bored. Let me just play this cool new game that just dropped. But for someone who's actually maintaining a schedule of content, it actually makes it harder, you know? I definitely wanted to play it as soon as it came out, and I was in the middle of too much other stuff. So I am going to continue to play it, but we're going to balance it. It's not going to be every day. It's going to be every few days or whatever. We're going to play it. And, you know, if it really is a 12-hour playthrough, I guess that will work. You know, we got a lot of other stuff coming up, including Ask the King, my birthday celebration, and other things. That's going to kind of spread out gameplay coming up. So by the time we finish it, you know, I'm curious what the next game is going to be that we're even going to play. In April, I don't think there's anything going on with new releases in early April. So it might be that we actually jump into Elden Ring and we do that New Game Plus run that we've all been talking about. It was either going to be between New Game Plus and Elden Ring or Metroid Prime Remastered, but you guys wanted me to play Wolong. So since I played Wolong, I was like, that's what we're going to do. And there's no way I'm jumping into Elden Ring right after Wolong. So I guess we'll see. Excuse me. We'll see what happens. But I like the game. So again, thanks to those who are showing up, who are attending, engaging, and supporting the Metroid Prime streams. It would be great if you could keep that going, because I really like the game. I'm happy to be playing it. I'm getting a better respect for it now, because I'm playing it with the intended control scheme that you were supposed to play the game with to begin with, not the stupid motion control nonsense that, in my opinion, makes it really shitty, okay? So, I hope that you guys will continue to show up for it, you know? It does make me worried when you look at the views on demand, like, oh my god, like, no one is watching this playthrough, okay? So that's today's main stream. I don't really remember. I think we just got, didn't we just get we got the wave cannon, and we got the ability to see in the dark, and we just went through this big area fighting enemies in the dark that was very challenging, and I think now we're going to be heading over to, I don't remember what's actually that. I'm trying to remember, actually. I don't remember what's next after that segment, so I guess we'll try to figure it out today, okay? I think we have to backtrack to some of the areas where the wave cannon will open them now. So, okay. So that's today's main gameplay stream. Now, later tonight, we actually are going to go back to Oblivion, which I'm excited, man. I love the Oblivion playthrough. We've now been doing it for 3 months, on and off. At this point in Oblivion, I think we're over 40 hours in. Let's see. 46 hours into Oblivion. Holy moly. It's going to be a long playthrough. We haven't really focused on the main story yet. So, Oblivion tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Chill fun in the Imperial City and beyond. I think what we're currently doing is we're trying to gather enough Daedra Hearts and or Vampire Dust so that we can gift it back to the Mages Guild and get back into the Mages Guild, which we got kicked out of because we assassinated someone that was in the Mages Guild during one of the other guild quest lines, which gets you kicked out. So now we have to get back in so we can resume the plot line for that guild, and that's what we're working on. I hope you guys will help me out with figuring out other places to get those resources tonight so that we can get back into the good graces and continue with the quest line. There you go. So that's today. Today is definitely going to be a chill day. You know, between Metroid Prime and Oblivion, that's a lot of laid-back, chill content. That's a lot of opportunity for us to discuss and interact and have a lot of social interaction, as opposed to when I'm playing a harder game. Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for Black Mage. Super Chat says, drop Oblivion, you donut. he refuses to drop it for some reason. I am convinced it is the one game that he is playing that Cat actually enjoys watching him play. I am convinced of it. Why else would he fucking keep playing it, despite poor support and all that shit, you know what I mean, poor attendance and poor everything. I am convinced that Cat watches that fucking stream. And because of that, Phil is not going to drop it, because it's the one thing he does that Cat enjoys.
A lot of social interaction, as opposed to when I'm playing a harder game, then I have to really focus more on the game, right? Thank you, Green Goblin. Green Goblin says, I like your shirt. Yes, my legacy shirt, man. This one's been around for a very long time. The Blanca shirt, from all the way back in the day when I started playing Street Fighter 4 in 2009. That's when I got this shirt. Blanca was my main character back then in Street Fighter 4, and a fan made the shirt for me. It even says DSP on the back. You can barely see it. See? DSP. How cool is that? Pretty damn awesome, isn't it? It's one of my favorite shirts ever. One of the favorite gifts I ever got from a fan. And to this day, it still looks really awesome. So thank you. Shout out to whoever this was 14 years ago who got me this shirt. I'm going to wear this till it falls apart. And so far, it's pretty much holding up. It's an amazing shirt, right? Very nice. So, that's today's streams. Tomorrow, we will swing back to Resident Evil 4 Remake. We just arrived at Salazar Castle, and we're 10 hours into the game. Now, if you remember, Salazar Castle is a giant segment of the game, so I'm wondering if it's going to be like another 10 hours. This is going to be like a 25-hour playthrough, and if that's the case, I'm totally cool with it, because the game is great, the graphics are good, I love the way they've remixed the game and added new areas and changed the combat. Is it very challenging on hardcore? Yes, it is. But we're toughing through it. We're persevering. It's working out. You guys are liking it. You're watching. You're supporting. It's a great playthrough. I can't wait for more tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, to end our streaming week, it'll be more Like a Dragon Ishin. We are currently still in Chapter 10, and we're doing a lot of exploration and side content because Chapter 10 is the last chapter with open world side content, exploration, and side quests. Once you get into Chapter 11, it's basically like non-stop 3+ chapters of story till the end of the game. So that's why I wanted to get as far as I could in the story and the side quest before we continued on with the main plot. So that's going to be tomorrow night. Now, I'm not here on Thursday. When I come back on Friday, it is the return of my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King. But for the first time ever, Ask the King will be airing over on my sister channel, DSP Reacts. So,
are you sure about that, Phil? Are you absolutely certain about that? Because if we go to DSP Reacts and we search Ask the King, I have a feeling we're going to find several previous versions of it. So let's go to your channels, let's go to DSP Reacts, which is basically the kind of
hello,
thing.
everyone.
Shut the fuck up, you annoying pig. If I wanted you to fucking talk, I'd stick my hand up your arse and fucking treat him like a fucking puppet. Ask the King. Would you look at that? There's always episodes of Ask the King that exist on this fucking channel. What a fucking surprise. Well, look at them, there's so many Ask the Kings available on this channel already. But Phil said he's never done it on that channel before. Has Phil lied to his audience? That sounds like a white lie, Phil. Just fucking saying. He's claiming something which is not fucking true.
night. Now, I'm not here on Thursday. When I come back on Friday, it is the return of my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King. But for the first time ever, Ask the King will be airing over on my sister channel, DSP Reacts. So, if you like that kind of content, me reviewing stuff, me reacting to clips, reacting to long-form documentaries, and doing Q&A stuff, please head over and subscribe to DSP Reacts. That's youtube.com/ at DSP Reacts. All right? So Friday, that's the main stream. We are going to have a level 1 podcast here, but then we're going to go over there for 3 hours. It's Q&A. So if you haven't posted up your questions yet, what are you waiting for? Here's how you do it, okay? Number 1, head to my website, dspgaming.com, and on that website, there's already a forum, already a thread. Post up your questions there. Number 2, if you are a channel member, either here on DSP Gaming or over on DSP Reacts, you get priority to get your questions answered on the show. And if you didn't post up your questions yet, what are you waiting for? The vast majority of questions that I answer on that long-form Q&A show are from the members. So I already made a forum post here and on DSP Reacts just a day ago that said, hey guys, reminder, here's the thread, post up. Please do if you haven't yet. If you're a channel member, take advantage of that, okay? And then the day of, I'll typically take some questions from my Twitter at DSP, and sometimes I'll take questions from the live chat, but the vast majority are from those other 2 sources. Oh yeah, if you're a patron of mine at patreon.com/DarksidePhil, $20 pledgees over there get their questions answered for sure at length on the show. Okay? There you go. So please consider becoming a member. And if you haven't asked your questions yet, the more questions I get, the better this Q&A show is. I'm excited for it. Please post up your questions. That will be the main stream on Friday. Friday night, the late stream, will be more Resident Evil 4 Remake. I'll be playing that on a late night stream. Then on Saturday, it's my weekly react show to clips. It's DSP versus the Internet, where again, channel members over on DSP Reacts are currently nominating clips for me to watch. And, you know, we watched, you know, clips from all over the internet. And then that night, Saturday night, will be more Resident Evil 4 Remake. Okay? So then Sunday will likely be the next day that we play Metroid Prime Remastered and kind of pair that probably with Oblivion. And then we'll alternate for the rest of the week between Resident Evil and Metroid, Resident Evil, Metroid. What I'm thinking is we may actually start finishing games. Like maybe we'll finish Metroid or we'll finish something by the end of next week. In which case, maybe then we have to discuss what's the next game we're going to play. Okay? Now, the other thing is my birthday celebration is coming up on Friday, April 7th. It is going to be a marathon-style event where we're going to be doing a wide variety of things, including a schedule update where we're going to go through all the gaming schedule for the year, look at all the releases and the release dates, and figure out what games I'm more interested in playing, and basically update the calendar so you guys know what games I'm going to be interested in. That's number one. Okay? Number two, obviously I'm going to have a piece of birthday cake. That should be pretty exciting. Number three, we're going to order some food and have a meal together. All right? Number four, I know there's a lot of stuff. Number four, we're going to be doing Tier Maker. So we're going to be sitting down on the website Tier Maker and doing some live rankings together. And I'm excited for this because this sounds like an interesting idea where we can rank things like video game genres, movie genres, food, all kinds of stuff live. And I'm sure people will be arguing about what's better, what's worse, and rank it officially for like a birthday special event. And then on top of that, someone had some other ideas I wanted to run by you guys. They said, man, if you like Tier Maker, there's actually a few other services similar to that you could do live on a stream as well. One of them is called Trivia Creator. Listen to this one. This allows you to take quizzes on various topics, even has a multiplayer feature. You could eventually share a code and let other people play along with you, similar to like Jackbox Party Pack. Or you could just play it solo and answer on behalf of the stream chat. It could make for an interesting new interactive segment on your streams. Interesting. Maybe we could give it a shot and see if it's anything you guys like. Or there's another one called Bracket Fights. Listen to this. Allows you to interact with tournament brackets on various topics, such as best video game, best movies, etc. Each round, you have two choices, and you must choose a winner. And then the winner moves on to the next round, and so on until the semifinals, and then the finals, until ultimately you come up with the winner for that tournament. That sounds interesting, right? So I'm actually going to save that, because maybe that's something else that we could actually do during the event, you know, for variety. All right? But then in addition to that, there's going to be a fantasy battle royale in WWE 2K. I'm going to just pick random characters from all over the place. And we're going to do a fantasy match there. So just think about that. Tier Maker and or other things. Birthday cake, food, gaming schedule, fantasy battle royale. That's a lot all in one day. Plus, of course, the Level 1 podcast. That's a pretty interesting birthday celebration. It's a big variety of stuff we'll be doing. Okay? I'm sure there'll be Q&A. People will be talking about my birthday, ask me questions. Oh, and by the way, during that day and that day alone, if I get big contributions, I'm going to be taking a shot of the gin that the Dutch brothers donated to me in their last care box, which is, I think, is from the Netherlands. Okay? Or Norway. Norwegian? I can't remember. I think it might have been Norwegian beer. Or not beer, Norwegian gin. So, just like I did during the Super Bowl event. It'll be the same kind of deal. So we'll see what happens if I get totally sloshed or not. Hopefully if I get sloshed, I can still, I can still do the stuff I want to do. Okay? It's the Netherlands? People were trying to remember because I showed it on stream when it showed up. It was Netherlands. Okay. So, that's the birthday event, Friday, April 7th. It should be fun. Any other ideas you guys have for things for me to do that day, please share. For the most part, I think we've got a lot of stuff hammered in there that people would like to see. Okay? And then, like I said, what I'm thinking is maybe the next playthrough, once we finish, say, Metroid Prime, would likely end up being something like a New Game Plus run in Elden Ring. And or it depends on what other games are coming out in April, which we won't know until I go through the schedule. So we need time to go through the schedule to really answer that question. Okay? All right. So that's what we're going with for now. Now, a couple other quick things. As you can see, We have a daily goal for members. This is something new that we've done for this month. I would argue it worked well. At the beginning of this month, we only had around 350 members. Here we are nearing the end of the month. We're at 430. Well, just about 430. It's pretty good growth. That's not bad at all. And the good thing is, as I told you guys, for these new goals that we're doing, there are no goals. Essentially, these are daily goals for growth. And if I hit them, great. And if not, it's not the end of the world. But hopefully, at least we can get some growth every day, which we have. Now, the thing is, sometimes you're going to take a step back when these memberships expire. But for the most part, there has been overall growth on the channel this month. And that's a great thing. The other good thing is, there's nothing at stake, right? We're already doing the birthday event. It's locked in. We're already going to be doing another long form react at the end of April. It's locked in. So because of that, it's not like, oh, we're really relying on member bombs, and we're really relying on this. We don't have to track it, which is great, because how stressful is it every month? Oh, guys, you have to hit a certain member goal by a certain date, or the member bomb will expire. Enough of that. I actually feel this month was a lot nicer, because we didn't have that kind of fucking stress on us every day, right? Enough of that baloney. So I'm happy that we didn't have to do that this month. And for the most part, it worked out. You guys supported the channel. All right, it would be great today. Another full day of streaming. If we get, another 7 members by the end of the day would be outstanding, whether it's people becoming a member for the first time, renewing a membership, or maybe gifting a membership to someone on the chat. Member bombs, yes, gifted memberships are available, and they're a great way to give to the community as a whole, okay? You guys know all the benefits to being a member. Chat crown badge to show how long you've been a supporter, highlighted name in chat and video comments, being able to avoid the slow mode rules of the chat, access to all of my emotes in the chat and video comments, priority for Ask the King, which we already explained, priority for other special events, and we were discussing this yesterday. This is an interesting discussion. Someone threw this idea by on yesterday's podcast. They said, hey, Phil, for your sister channel, DSP Reacts, would you consider making it that the archived live...
Sorry guys, I had to answer the door. There's someone who's at the fucking door, so I typed in chat BRB quickly, but other than that, I did miss some of the stream there, so I might miss a couple of things there. Phil apparently said goal. Okay, I'll take off goal. Also lots of fucking super chat, sorry about that. Right, winter, hold on. I'm just kind of scrolling up the chat to see what else I fucking missed, if anything. I might have missed snorts, I don't know. I really don't fucking know. It said goal, and I've got tagged for that, which is okay. Blah, 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 blah. Did I miss anything else? I think goal is the only thing I missed as well as a super chat. Let me replay that animation and make Phil dance here.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, D-Dog, for a super chat. It says, this is just a reason to go for 1.25 speed. Oh, it said goal, I never to tick off. Thank you very much for telling us even further so we can go 1.25 speed. Yeah, thank you very much, T-Dog, for that. Yeah, we're behind Phil by about 3 minutes, apparently. Although, I mean, if you want me to fucking stall even more and fucking try and give us more reason to fucking not catch up to Phil, I don't mind stopping and stalling. Nah, I don't know. I think... But to be honest, we usually do fall behind anyway, and it's not unusual to fall behind by 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, sometimes even an hour. But, I will go 1.25 speed now, okay? And if we catch up, we catch up. If we don't, we don't. We'll just play it by ear, okay? But, yeah, I'm back now anyway. So, thanks for listening again for things on the card, guys. I do appreciate it. I shouldn't be away anymore. I think, I should hopefully be it. Had to be a call, and then the fucking door went, not sure, but hopefully now that should be me. So, let's go on, mate.
Would you consider making it that the archived live streams over there are available to be watched for members only? Because here's the thing, right now the way that channel works is I do a giant stream. I do a 3-hour stream of DSP versus the internet every Saturday. On Sunday of this week, I did the giant long-form React to Wings of Redemption. That was 5 hours, plus there was a food, vlog and a Q&A vlog at the end. This Friday, there'll be Ask the King, my Q&A show. That's going to be a 3-hour show. But I upload it in parts, meaning I uploaded each individual video about an hour each, and I space it out over the course of the week. That way, in any given day, only about 1 or 2 videos a day release. That way, it's not like the channel is completely flooded and inundated with new videos, and people would complain. And that formula, I feel, is working. That's what everyone else does on YouTube, by the way. So I'm doing stuff a little different over there than how I do it here on DSP Gaming. For the most part, people seem to be liking that formula. But some people are like, man, I would just like to watch the entire thing right away. I have 5 hours today to do nothing. I want to watch your whole thing. Well, right now you can't do that. But people toss the idea, hey, what if you become a member on DSP Reacts if you make those archive streams members only to view? I was like, that might be a good idea. something to try. Maybe something that would entice even more people to become members if you have access to that content immediately, long form, right? It won't be broken up. There won't be timestamps, but at least you'll be able to watch the whole archive stream right away and not have to wait several days to see all the parts. That could be an incentive to be a member, right? So I think I might try that. I think I will try that over there. And if you're a member of DSP Reacts, you can watch those archived streams right away. I'm going to try that this week, and I'm going to explain that over there later on in the week when we do Ask the King and all that too, okay? It's a pretty good idea. So, all right. Anyway, so that's everything going on. Please consider supporting this channel today, maybe becoming a member. Of course, as you know, I'm a crowdfunded individual. All right, I don't have any sponsorships. I don't have any partnerships. No ads for any products. No shilling. No plugs. Instead, it's all crowdfunded. So, if you could support today's stream via a membership, a super chat, a super sticker, a tip, a gifted membership, all that stuff helps a ton, and that is how it helps me to keep this business going. So if you could, please consider contributing to today's stream and supporting it, especially because it's Metroid Prime today. We're probably not going to have a lot of people here. It would be great if those who are here could support the playthrough. That would be amazing, okay? So there you go. Okay, there you go. So before we get to shout-outs, guys, we got a ginormous news segment today. Are you ready to get into the news? We've got a lot of news to talk about, all right? Let's do it. So, man, I don't even know where to start with these news stories. Let's see here. Let's start with...
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Barrett Wells for super chat. It says his old vids get way more traction than his new ones. He's going to see a dip in his YouTube payments if he does that. Quite possible. It's quite possible. I mean, depends how many members are actually willing to fucking be a member to fucking see the live streams in full. I mean, it's hard to fucking tell, you know, to be honest. It could work out for him short term, which is all he cares about, you know, it doesn't care about long term growth, obviously. Who fucking knows, you know what I mean? It's hard to tell with Phil, but you know, any reason he can fucking try and squeeze more money at his fucking deadhead, you know what I mean? No, more people will become members so they can see the whole thing live immediately in one fucking go because they got no fucking license and they got 5 hours to spend immediately on a fucking stream one day. Fuck off. 5 whole goddamn fucking hours. Fuck me, man. Fuck that. But yeah, he's going to go for it because he's going to think it's a way to make some great money straight away.
Let's see here. Let's start with... How about this news story? Listen to this one. Members of the U.S. Congress are pressing to take action on PlayStation and Xbox console competition in Japan. Here is the story. Sony paid third-party game publishers to preclude access to content, negotiated exclusivity that prevents popular video games from coming to the Xbox. Now, isn't this interesting? Isn't this interesting, this story? Because all we've been hearing for the last year is how Sony is so staunchly against Xbox purchasing Activision Blizzard. Because they feel that if Xbox purchases Activision Blizzard, actually if Microsoft purchases Activision Blizzard, what's going to happen is all those games like Call of Duty and all those Blizzard titles and all that would be exclusively under PC and Xbox only and would never hit Sony consoles. And they're arguing, oh, this would be just a giant blow to Sony and it would really skew the competition for games and it wouldn't be fair. It would be an unfair market practice, right? But here we are, our government here in the United States is actually investigating, not Microsoft, they're investigating Sony, saying actually it's been Sony who's been the one creating the unfair business practices for the last decade or so when they keep paying money for these timed exclusives, extra content, keeping games off the Xbox. They've been doing it all along. They're the ones now bitching about Microsoft wanting to get a leg up when they're literally the ones who've been doing this all along, right? So it's kind of like, well, I'm talking about hypocritical, all right? Now, it's actually bipartisan, this effort. I read the article, and essentially it's some people on the Democrat side and some people on the Republican side. So both sides of the political aisle are investigating this and agreeing. Sony's been doing this for like a decade, and it's very, very much underhanded and could become a monopoly situation because of the way that they've been handling it. So I just find this fascinating because out of nowhere, it seems like everywhere around the world, all those governing bodies that were anti-Microsoft and saying, oh, Microsoft shouldn't go through with this Activision Blizzard purchase, changed their mind on a whim. Like all of a sudden, oh no, we agree now. UK just did it, Japan just did it. Everyone said, oh, we're all okay now. Go ahead with the purchase. And then while that's happening, now our government's investigating Sony. What's going on? It's really weird how this all happened within a couple of weeks. The timing just seems very suspicious. Like maybe this was going on all along. I don't know. But anyway, that's interesting. If anything develops, I mean, this is very early stages. If anything develops in this story, like the government's actually going to go after Sony, I mean, that would be absolutely fascinating. And I'm curious what will happen with that. But just something to throw out there. It's in its early stages. Here's an interesting story for all of you. You ready for this one? as of January 1st, 2024, Steam will officially stop supporting the following operating systems: Windows 7, Windows 8, and Windows 8.1. After that date, the Steam client will no longer run on those versions of Windows. Guess what? That means I'm not using fucking Steam unless I upgrade my PC this year, because I run on Windows 8.1. I'm still using it, you know? I mean, yes, it's a legacy version of Windows, but it's stable, it's consistent, it's reliable. I have literally no reason to upgrade to another version of Windows when my system works. So why are you forcing me to upgrade to run fucking Steam? Steam is a third-party client that just accesses PC games. What it's saying is, it's not saying, oh, you can't run the PC game. It's saying you can't run the client to access the PC game. I want you to think about how stupid this is, okay? The game will still run. That's okay. But the client to access the game will not work. How does that make any fucking sense? It's one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. Now here's the thing, all right? Because a lot of people talk about how my PC is outdated. I got this PC in 2014 when I moved here from Connecticut, okay? I've used this daily every day since then, and the only problems I'm having is every once in a while, I get a little bit of issue with a corrupted video or two. And for the most part, I've never really lost a piece of gameplay or content. I can get it out of an archive stream or whatever. It's not the end of the world. So, for the most part, it's pretty consistent. And since I upgraded my visuals, my lighting, and all this stuff, there really is no real need right now to upgrade my setup. The capture device, everything's been upgraded. Everything's working nicely. Now, I'm not saying I don't want an upgrade. I do want an upgrade. I want a better PC. I just can't afford it. I can't drop $2,000 on a new PC. I don't have the money and I don't have the credit. So for now, it's kind of out of the question. Maybe sometime later this year, maybe we could start the discussions again this summer. Remember, it was last summer when we had the discussion. And let me tell you, apparently things have changed. Like now, the pricing of all these components and everything has dropped massively because now I guess the whole crypto market crashed and no one's really caring about using these things to mine crypto or anything anymore. So maybe prices have dropped and it would be a lot more reasonable to do it. Okay. But I guess what we'll see is maybe later this year we'll talk about it. But for now, I'm in no urgent need to upgrade my PC. It's running fine. There's no problems with it. Okay. So I'm sticking with what I got. And if that means if I don't upgrade my PC by January 1st next year, I can't run any games on Steam. Well, when was the last time I ran a game on Steam? I don't even know. Years? I'm not a PC gamer, so it doesn't really affect me anyway. So it's not that big of a deal, quite frankly. So I guess we'll see what happens later on in the year. Again, I would definitely like to upgrade my PC this year because that would essentially now future-proof everything I'm doing at this point for now. But, you know. Now, you might say, well, why don't you upgrade your Windows? Okay, let's talk about this. We talked about it last year. We'll just briefly discuss it. Okay? My PC is 10 years old. I have never changed a component in that PC. All right? I'll give you an example. Last, when was it? In, like, December? It was either December or early January. All right? When I was working on getting a replacement capture device because my old one finally crapped out. One day, we're just messing around, and there's a Blackmagic capture device that I have over there that's supposed to record video from old consoles at 720p quality. And I was like, oh, let's just try it. Let's see what happens. Let's plug it in. Let's install the drivers from the website, and let's see if it works. And if it does, maybe I can capture stuff from older consoles, legacy consoles. I plug it in. I install the drivers. I reboot Windows. Windows thinks that everything I do on it is a virus. It says, oh, you're trying to open your browser? Virus detected. What? Everything I tried to do, it was giving me a warning. Virus. It wouldn't even let me get on the internet. Okay? The whole thing fucked up. And I was like, what? So I had to run back a Windows restore to undo everything I did, and now my PC works fine again. And I've been using it ever since. But that's the thing, like, this PC is so outdated. It's 10 years old. Well, about 10 years old. About 9 years old. It has all old components in it. Everything in it is outdated. If you try to change something now on a PC that's been running smoothly for 9 years, chances are the whole thing will end up being fucked up. All right? Really. Like, if I upgraded to Windows 10, Windows 11, chances are some of the components wouldn't work right. Some of the hardware may not work right. And I don't have the means to fuck with this thing and buy components on the fly and fix it. I just don't. I don't, you know, if it's working as it is, and literally, I don't have the need to have anything changed. Why change it when it's running smoothly for your business purposes every single fucking day? Right? Doesn't make sense. Why mess with what's working? That's like saying I have a car, it's a 10-year-old car, it runs super smooth, but man, some of those components are old, so let me just start replacing engine parts. But your car runs fine. Why are you replacing engine parts? Wait for something to break down and not work, then replace it. No, I'm just going to start replacing engine parts. Oops, now the whole engine's fucked up and won't work. Won't start. Well, it's because you fucked with it. You know? So, that's the thing, you know? And I am nervous that if I did anything, like, even if I just upgraded to Windows 10, that the fucking thing, half the things in it wouldn't work. I mean, I literally plugged in a Blackmagic device and updated some drivers, and immediately the whole thing crapped out and wouldn't work. So can you imagine now upgrading Windows, you know what I mean? And again, if this wasn't something that I needed every day for work, right? If it was something I could mess around with, and if it didn't work, we're okay, we could still make content, then it wouldn't be a risk. It is a risk because of that. And in addition, if this breaks or something doesn't work, I don't have the funds and the flexibility to say, oh, I can just go immediately replace it with something better, right? And you know, it does suck because I do have a Steam Deck that was donated to me several years ago. Guess what? Steam Deck needs Windows 10. So I can't even use, I've had the Steam Deck over there. Excuse me, the Stream Deck, not Steam Deck, Stream Deck. I always say the wrong thing. I've had a Stream Deck for many years, and that would be useful. You could plug it and program it to each button does something different on the stream. I could transition scenes. I could play silly clips, you know, like this.
Stop it. Get some help.
I could have that, you know, hot wired to a button. So I just press it, does it, you know, that's cool. But I can't. It only works with Windows 10. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm stuck kind of where I am until I can get a new PC. We've been talking about this for over a year. Again, if anyone's interested, possibly, hey, I want to help out. I want to donate a new PC. Hey, I'll talk with you. But the thing is, it has to be something that makes sense. Because there was a couple people last year, like one person actually wanted to buy me a PC, but they were only offering me like $900 setup, and I was like, that's not even enough to do what I do now. You know what I mean? Like, I probably wouldn't even be able to do what I do now. Maybe we could combine with other people or whatever. It just didn't work out. You know what I mean? We have to be, if I'm going to get a new PC, it has to be something that's going to future-proof. So I have a PC that's going to be good for all my daily streaming needs, my capturing needs, and then maybe even in the long term doing games and stuff. Like, that's the whole point. Or else why get the PC to begin with, right? So basically, you know, it sucks. Do I want to upgrade the PC? I do, but you know, this is what happens when you have no credit. When you declared bankruptcy 3 years ago. You know, I have no credit right now. I don't have flexibility. I don't have extra cash or anything. I'm kind of locked right now. I would hope things will change in the future and get better. No, when we were talking about this last year, because we were like $900 isn't enough. No, we were talking about this last year, minimum $2,000, if not more than that, like $2,500 is what we were looking at. Remember, we pieced it out, each part of the components of each piece of the PC, and then we priced it out. That's about what it would be. So, anyway, so there you have it. I guess I'm not playing anything on Steam in 2024 if this stands, unless I can get a better PC this year. Maybe I can, but right now it's not looking good, and it pretty much looks like we're stuck. Okay. So let's see. We got 3 stories left. We're gonna save Zelda for last. I want to talk about Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. There was a 10-minute big blowout of gameplay today. I'm gonna talk about that last. Let's talk about E3. We have 2 updates. So yesterday it was announced Ubisoft has pulled out of E3, and Ubisoft will not be at E3 in any capacity. So Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation already were not attending. Ubisoft announced they're not attending. And then breaking news, folks. This morning it was announced Sega and Tencent have also pulled out of E3. They originally said they were going. They changed their minds this morning and announced they're not going either. Yeah. And so it's funny because IGN put out an article. They reported numerous individuals in publishing and PR, public relations, hadn't even heard of anyone who's planning on attending the event at all. And also says there's a significant lack of communication from the ESA and ReedPop, who are the people running the event. So it sounds like no one's going. It sounds like all they do is talk about they're bringing it back, they're bringing it back, they're bringing it back, they're bringing it back. And they couldn't secure anyone to actually go. So who's going to be at this fucking thing? Right? So, yeah. Now, this goes right in line with what I was saying for many, many years. Okay? Right before the pandemic happened. Those last 2 years, 2018, 2019. I kept saying, why does E3 exist? I kept saying, there's no reason for this event. Everyone could just do everything digitally. In fact, at that point, most of the major companies were doing their own digital events regardless, and they weren't at E3. You know, we're talking about like Microsoft, Sony. They were already starting to...
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Black Mage for the super chat. It says, someone please hack the Space Aliens unsecured PC to absolute pieces. The Steam change affects legit 2% of users, so it's crying to nobody. A lot of people can be affected, yeah. That's what I'm saying though, Phil. If it works, Phil won't bother to upgrade. He talks about look at the stream now, look at his fucking content, and look at the fucking shit he's doing. I held back on wanting to rant and rave about Phil fucking saying $900 and all. Imagine someone offering you like fucking $900 for a PC or whatever. And also, if you know that's not enough. I need more from you. Maybe we can combine your efforts with other people's fucking efforts. Like, it comes across as sheer... But this is a person that earns 6 fucking figures per year. This is the mind-blowing thing. Why can Phil never save money aside to invest in upgrading his own business? This is his fucking business, his livelihood. Oh my fuck, it just blows my fucking mind. It really does. And Prophet's planning a special debunking video tonight. I'm not sure what part we're on now, as to, you know, he's got like a several long-run part of debunking Phil's stuff, his nonsensical rambling when it comes to technology. Maybe like part 14 or 15 or something, I don't know. Yeah, Robert says there, I'll fuck with Phil today. Going to offer him my old parts for free and see how far I can take it. Oh, good fucking luck, pal, good fucking luck. It's just, it blows my mind though, that somebody that's so as well off as Phil is, you know what I mean? He should not be fucking having to require handouts from his audience to fucking do his business. That's what I'm saying. I can stream now. I couldn't stream before, but I can stream now because I got myself a PC. I didn't ask you fucking guys to fucking give me money for a PC. No, I went out my fucking way to fucking get that shit myself. That's the way it fucking should be for anyone fucking making content. It shouldn't be a case of trying to, you know, to fucking do the content in the fucking first place. I need fucking fuck off. Just, it blows my mind. It really does. It's just... Phil is and will forever be a beggar. There's just no other way if I can put it. It's a begging mentality, it's a begging lifestyle, it's a begging habit. DSP Gaming is an absolute fucking just desperate bitch. You know, it's just, it blows my mind. Prophet says that. Prophet says he could stream off his phone. Exactly, he could stream off his fucking phone. Which, by the way, remember, Phil doesn't like updating things. If it works, he doesn't want to update it. Remember, he tried to fucking go on his phone and look at like a Dairy Queen website or something, like last year. But because he was using an old version of his phone still, it wouldn't work. He kind of forced an update on his phone, he was freaking out about it. He was worried he was going to lose things and all that shit. He does not like updating anything, technology-wise, if it works for him. He's a fucking dinosaur, literally, when it comes to technology.
Major companies were doing their own digital events regardless, and they weren't at E3. You know, we're talking about like Microsoft, Sony, they were already starting to do their own individual things. Then the pandemic hit. There was no E3 for 3 years. And what happened? Did gaming stop? Did the whole industry come to a big screeching halt? No. And here's the problem with E3. When E3 started, they were supposed to be the industry event at which all major game announcements were made. All right? It was supposed to be the big hype event for games. And it was. Everyone sent their reporters out there, content creators went out there, everyone went out there to cover E3, and you would get so much information about the new games, and everyone would be so excited and hyped. And what ended up happening was, just like with everything, E3 decided to change. E3 decided they wanted to become profitable and become a convention that made big money. So they changed their event to, instead of being a press-related event with all the big new announcements at it, that it would be basically a fan fest. So they started charging hundreds of dollars for tickets to get in. The event started getting bloated. People started having to wait in line for 2-3 hours to see anything. The event became a shit show. It became about money rather than about actual information, okay? So that's the problem here, is you change what you are or what you're all about, and people stop caring. And that's what happened with E3 slowly over the last decade. They became worse and worse in this regard. I attended E3 in 2012. So this is over a decade ago. When I attended E3 in 2012, okay, did I see some games in person? Yes, I did. Did I get some hands-on of games? Yes, I did. Do I feel like being there added anything? Well, there was a lot of fun, flashy booths, right? There was a lot of cool sets that they built. That was kind of fancy. But for the most part, I'm not exaggerating. I could have learned about 95% of what I learned about E3 by sitting on the internet. There was maybe 5% of an added experience being there in person. And it was a lot of wasted time, a lot of money. You had to pay for hotel, pay for food, pay for this, pay for that. It just didn't make sense. The physical E3, to me, I ended up sitting in the hotel room, watching presentations digitally and reporting on them from the fucking hotel room, because you didn't get that at E3 being there. So what am I there for, right? And it kind of opened my eyes. It's like, it was nice to be there once, to say I did it, and I made it, and here I am. But at the same time, it really didn't add any value. E3 doesn't add any value. And now it's just gotten worse and worse and worse over the last decade. So basically, what's funny is E3 keeps saying they're going to come back, they're going to come back, they're going to come back. For 2 years now they've been saying that. No one wants E3 back. Let's try to say that again. No one wants E3 back. We're okay with every company doing their own digital events. We learn just as much. We don't need physical E3. We don't need digital E3. E3 serves no value added anymore. You need to have a value proposition. What's the value proposition of E3? They have nothing. They literally add nothing. All it is a profit printing, you know, organization. They want to make money by running a convention. They just run a fucking convention. Don't act like it's some industry news event. Just say it's a fucking gamers convention and change it to be that. Take a look at Penny Arcade Expo. They don't pretend to be some giant press event. They say we're just a gamers convention. Come see some games, sure. Come see panels of your favorite content creators. Come hang out with other gamers. They're really popular. Why can they do it, but the E3 can't? Right? So I hate to say it, but you know, you're in a situation where sadly, it just seems to me E3 is dead. There's absolutely nothing to do at all at E3, and I don't think it's going to happen this year. Or if it does happen, it's going to be a big joke. This will be the last one ever. If everyone's saying they're not going, then what the hell are they going to do there, right? I mean, I have no idea. It sure sounds pretty stupid to me. Okay, we have 2 more news topics. The next to last one is interesting. It's not directly directed at games, but it is an important one because it revolves social media. Ladies and gentlemen, many months ago, Elon Musk purchased Twitter. When he purchased Twitter, he immediately laid off or fired a ridiculous amount of his staff. And a lot of people at that time were like, wow, that's it. The site's going to go away. It's not going to run properly. Just quit Twitter now. And a lot of people ran to Mastodon and all these things that they didn't stick at. No one stayed there. No one uses those things. Okay? Now, at that time, I made an announcement. I said, guys, the best way for you to follow me would be to subscribe to my YouTube channels. If you subscribe to DSP Gaming, I can post on the community tab every day. That's where I can keep in contact with you guys for anything important. You don't need my Twitter. The Twitter's nice to have, but it's not necessarily the main way that I can contact my viewership. In fact, I've noticed this in the last several months. If I post a poll up on Twitter and then I post the same poll up on YouTube, I get way more responses on YouTube than I do on Twitter. So YouTube's the way to contact me, okay? Or daily on my live streams as well, correct? You also know you can email me as well. There's all these ways you can reach me. Twitter's not that big of a deal anymore, just being honest, in my regards to me. Now, I've also got DSP Reacts. You want to talk to me about stuff on that channel? That's, again, I have a community tab there or whatever. That's what that's all about. So that's what I would say. The best ways, you want to stay in contact with me, you want to know what I'm doing, all right? Post up on community tab when I'm asking for feedback. Follow the community tab, subscribe to the channel. That's how you're going to know what's going on with me, okay? Or just attend my live streams. Fair enough? But finally, it seems to me, Twitter is about to change massively for the worse. Here's what's going on. First of all, apparently starting April 1st, and I know that sounds weird because it sounds like an April Fool's joke, but apparently it's not. People who previously were verified on Twitter are going to lose their verification check marks. I'm one of them. I was verified for many years because I used to be impersonated and harassed on Twitter, so Twitter gave me a verification check mark many years ago. So people can tell that my account was official and it's not some impersonator or some asshole trying to get me in trouble. Well, they're just going to remove them starting in April. And the only way you can have a verification check mark is by paying for Twitter Blue, which isn't verification. Elon keeps saying it is. Oh, you could stay verified by paying. That's not verified. That's just paid subscription service. That's not being verified for your identity. It's wrong. It's not even the term doesn't mean the same thing. He's acting like it is because he's trying to trick people into becoming a paid subscriber of his service because he needs to make money. He spent an insane amount of money buying Twitter. He paid way more for it than it's worth, and now he's trying to find ways to make money back, which he can't. When he announced Twitter Blue and everything, very few people actually became Twitter Blue subscribers. He was hoping like everyone was going to do it. It didn't happen. So now he's like, well, maybe if I force people to lose their blue check marks who previously had them through the old system of actually verifying ID, maybe then they'll pay for it. Wrong. That's not going to happen. People who already have verification and you're taking it away something they've already earned, they're not going to pay to get it back. Especially because when you pay for it, that's not what it is. You're just getting a paid subscription. You're not verifying your identity. So you could be, Brad Pitt. It could be at Brad Pitt. So he's verified because he paid for it, but there could be 7 other people who are at Brad Pitt and they all paid for it too. So now how do you know who's the real fucking Brad Pitt? So now you got to look at how many people actually follow Brad Pitt, right? That would be how you figure it out. Okay, so then why do you need to pay for Twitter Blue at all if people are only judging if you're the real Brad Pitt by the number of followers you have? See? So now what's happening? That was announcement number 1. Yesterday, Elon made another announcement. Listen to this one. I'm reading this word for word from his tweet. Just listen to this. Starting April 15th, only verified accounts, and again, verified, it's not verified. It's a paid blue checkmark subscription service. It's not verified. He can call it whatever he wants, but there's no verification process. He's lying, okay? Only verified accounts will be eligible to be in the For You recommendations. This is the only realistic way to address advanced AI bot swarms taking over. It is otherwise a hopeless losing battle. Voting in polls will require verification for the same reason. Do you know what the For You tab is? It's the tab that you use to find information on Twitter. It's either For You, which is supposed to sort stuff based on your preferences, or the Following tab, which are people you directly follow. That's it. So what he's saying is, as of April 15th, only people who pay to use Twitter will even show up in your things you follow data. So anyone who's not paying to be on Twitter is no longer important. They're all just, they don't exist anymore. Right? Wow. Interesting. And then just look at this. Voting in polls will now require verification. So if I run a poll on Twitter, only people with a paid checkmark, not verification, because that's not what it is. He's lying. Only people who pay for the checkmark will be able to vote in my polls. I don't care if you pay for a checkmark or not. I want your feedback. So essentially what he's saying is polls are worthless starting April 15th. There's no reason to ever run a poll on Twitter. It's worthless. Right? Completely worthless. So I hate to say this. April 15th, I don't think I'm really going to care about Twitter much anymore. It sounds to me that there's no point in using it. If the only people who are ever going to get seen are people paying for a subscription, then you don't need the Twitter anymore. And here's the other thing. He says, just listen to his rationale. This is the only realistic way to address advanced AI bot swarms from taking over. Because they can't pay for Twitter Blue? What the fuck are you talking about? If someone is intentionally trying to skew social media, would they not pay to do so? They're already putting an incredible amount of time and money investment running bots. Why not pay to make the bots Twitter Blue verified, and now they skew the whole site? What he's saying makes no sense at all. He's saying paying money makes you more important. Paying money makes your opinion more valid. And paying money is somehow going to avoid AI having any kind of impact. That's complete bullshit. It's a lie. It's a complete lie. Paying money doesn't do anything to do this. Verifying your fucking identity does. The old verified system does actually stop that bullshit. And he's taking that away because he wants more money. I hate to say this, ladies and gentlemen, Elon Musk is the dumbest rich person I know. He is just a fucking idiot. The things he's doing and saying, you can tell he's one of those guys. He's book smart, not life smart, right? He doesn't understand that what he's about to do is completely destroy the user base of Twitter. He's going to create a website where only paid individuals actually get any kind of attention. It's insanity. You're ruining a social media site that everyone has used for years and finds huge human value in. Humans have been using this site for huge positive reasons for many, many years. As much as there's been drama and shit on Twitter as well, a lot of news gets out there because of it and everything. So essentially, you know, this is fucked up. It really is. Like, what are you talking about? The things he's saying make no logical sense. No. Making you pay for a subscription to get seen on Twitter and vote in a poll or even show up in a For You thread does not eliminate AI. It actually just makes AI more powerful because if someone pays for their bots to be enabled, they get more prominence now. He's literally killing his own business that he's trying to raise money for. He's a moron. It's literal moronic behavior. No one with a brain in their fucking head would tell you this is a good idea, Elon. But he just does whatever he wants because he's rich. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Again, will I continue to post my schedule on Twitter? Yes, I will. Because I have over 27,000 followers over there. All right, I'll keep posting it up daily. But outside of that, I guess there'll be no more viral posts for me. No one's ever going to see my posts. Because again, if you're not Twitter Blue, you won't show up in anyone's recommended threads, nothing. You'll literally never get any kind of, attention on there. So for me, I'm just gonna roll it out. I don't care if I lose my verified check mark. I lose my verified check mark. If other people impersonate me on there, I don't care. It's not me. You're an idiot if you believe it. Elon ruined the site. Don't blame me for Elon fucking running it into the ground because he doesn't know how to run a business. He's a fucking moron. He's literally ruined the only reason to use Twitter is being destroyed.
This is an incredibly tasty rant. This has been such a robust rant. First of all, by the way, we got a bingo. Second of all, it's funny how Phil suddenly cares about Twitter when his precious little check mark's threatened. He didn't give a shit before when Elon Musk took over. As long as it's business as usual, we can still fucking stroll about fucking Twitter with his wee check mark, feel no fucking important. The fucking smugness when Phil got his check mark, you guys might not remember, back in the fucking day, Phil absolutely was fucking strutting around like some sort of proud peacock when he fucking got his check mark. You guys want to see? You guys want to see the smugness overload? I'll show you. Let's find it, shall we? Let's find it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome.
Shut the fuck up, you absolute fucking cunt. I'm busy here. Look at it. I'm verified on Twitter. Phil reacts. Phil made a 25 goddamn fucking minute video on this. And obviously we can go to start.
I've got something very positive that's happened after, I'm not even kidding you, I'm not over-exaggerating here, 5 years of effort that I've put into this.
For somebody that doesn't care about the fucking check mark, he busted his ass off trying to get himself fucking verified on Twitter for 5 years. 5 goddamn years he was pushing and fucking chasing this fucking, little tick on Twitter.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Barrett Wells for Super Chat. It says, Phil only values things after they're gone. Whales, opportunities, T. Carter, Adel, yeah, it's that list. And Rambo. Daddy Dallas Weave says, watch the director's cut. You mean like a detractor's video? Like a DSP verified. Or even just DSP Twitter. Did somebody make some sort of, distractor version of Phil getting verified on Twitter? I don't know. This one, you mean Dick Stroking Phil Vlogs? Is this what you're talking about? Okay, I mean, it's only 8 minutes, why not?
I'm verified. I have ownership of the DSP persona.
Oh my fucking god, this fucking freeze frame here. Can't you see him trying to stream? Derek wants to see Jasper, not you. Get out of here now.
Wow. Thanks for the money.
Alright, we'll skip the intro. But if you're not subscribed to Dick Stroking Phil Vlogs, you really should be. You know what I mean? I am, so. Very robust content on there. Almost 10k fucking subs, 9,000 subscribers so far for him. Nice one. I will link the channel, I'll link the video, sorry. I'll link the video in the description, in the chat, sorry, for you guys if you want to fucking check out. But yeah, let's get to the abridged version of this.
Official as of today, I am considered verified on Twitter. You've got to be fucking joking me. I'm not over-exaggerating here. 5 years of effort that I've put into this. Imagine wasting your life like that. Can you? This childlike mentality of just stupidity. That's the real DSP. I have some issues. Yeah, it's not a surprise. Here it is. 5 fucking years. I sent emails to Twitter. I contacted Twitter staff. I had Machinima try to go to Twitter at one point. I was stonewalled at every turn. Sorry, at this time you do not meet the criteria. I didn't give up. I kept plugging at it. I really hope eventually someone at Twitter is gonna see, wow, there's a guy who has an internet-based business. He really needs this. It's in the interest of public safety. And they finally did. I've been concretely hurt by impersonators on Twitter. I don't know why Twitter took 5 fucking years. And as of today, my account is verified. It has the check mark. So what does this mean for you, the viewer?
Fuck all.
I just want to make this public knowledge. I'm going to say it on record right now. I'm not going to do any more gameplay streaming or anything positive in my life. I'm going to go on a crusade on Twitter now and find the shit posters and get them all banned. I'm going to get this fucker because he got me. Now I'll have some clout with Twitter to be able to report them and say, listen, please, look what they're doing to everything that I'm trying to do positive here on.
How's that working out for you, Philly boy? Oh, this is beautiful. I mean, it's tempting to watch the whole goddamn thing, but I don't want to fucking deal too much. The link is in the chat, guys. If you want to check out the whole thing, Dick Stroking Phil Vlogs made this fucking video. Yes, he has edited it in places to make it more comedic, but you get a general gist of it, you know what I mean? Make sure to check out. This is a video that was 3 months ago.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah, yeah. Money.
Thank you very much. Oh, pause.
Yeah, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah, yeah. Money.
First of all, thank you very much to Black Mage for the super chat. It says, Elon Musk hasn't coded or created a single thing. He's used his family's apartheid emerald mine money to buy and sell companies to be where he's at, so he's a knob. I've heard many questionable things about Elon Musk. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I think he's got interesting ambitions, and sometimes I think he means well, but there's also a massive fucking ego there, and there's some kind of fucking... He's in a pursuit to try and prove himself or whatever, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird. I don't know. It's a weird one. Hard to know if you can trust somebody with that, I know. And thank you very much to Warren for super chat as well. It says you're supposed to offer them money for it. Phil spent 5 whole years chasing this fucking check mark. 5 whole years. And all of a sudden, now that it's going away, Phil was claiming today he doesn't care. Look at this fucking face tripping him. Is this the face of a man that doesn't care that his fucking precious wee check mark is getting taken away on Twitter?
So for me, I'm just gonna roll it out. I don't care if I lose my verified check mark. I lose my verified check mark.
Bullshit! You spent 5 years chasing that fucking thing, fucking bragging all to hell about it. Let's just watch a wee bit more of this and then we'll go back.
Clout with Twitter to be able to report them and say, listen, please, look what they're doing to everything that I'm trying to do positive here on your website. You gotta fucking discipline these people. I can now easily submit those accounts to Twitter and have them shut down. Well, what kind of malicious things could they possibly do on Twitter? I'll give you a few examples, all right? I'll give you just a few examples. There have been people over the years that literally tried to do really fucking malicious things to myself, to friends and viewers of mine, because as you know, over the years that I've tried to use Twitter, the @TheyCallMeDSP handle has been impersonated tons. It's happened 100 times.
Big fucking deal, Phil. Jesus Christ. Okay, you guys get a general idea. You want to see more of this fucking video? Check out Dick Stroking Phil's Vlogs channel. The link to the video is in the chat again for you guys. So yeah, make sure you check that shit out. I just got back to the bingo and see Phil fucking seethe over Twitter. Apparently, Chill Murray's still going. Greg Lake's giving a wee update. Chill Murray has been streaming for over 24 hours. In fact, now I think he's at like... Is Chill Murray now like fucking 27, 28 hours or something like that? It's something crazy. He has been streaming for a long ass time.
If other people impersonate me on there, I don't care. It's not me. You're an idiot if you believe it. Elon ruined the site. Don't blame me for Elon fucking running it into the ground because he doesn't know how to run a business. He's a fucking moron. He's literally ruined the only reason to use Twitter is being destroyed. So I'll just, like I said, every day, will I still post up my schedule? Yes. Can you expect any? I can't even run a poll on Twitter anymore. What would be the point? If only people paying for a check mark can vote, you're going to go from me getting hundreds to maybe 1,000 votes per poll down to like 20. Wow, I really want to run that poll on Twitter, don't I? I mean, what's the point? So I guess all future polls are going to end up being run on YouTube, right? What else can I do? All right. No, your followers will see it, but they can't vote. Clyde, did you not understand what I just said? He's saying the only people who can even vote in a poll on Twitter have to pay for the blue check mark. So you'll see a poll on my Twitter. Oh, I want to vote. Oh, I'm not a blue check mark. Can't vote. It's worthless. It's completely worthless. So, oh well, I guess goodbye Twitter. I mean, I'm serious. April 1st, everyone loses their blue check mark who previously verified their identity and earned it. And then April 15th, unless you're a paid check mark, you have zero value on Twitter. It's just a paid check mark website. Okay, fuck you then. Then fucking kill your own site. Watch your viewer. Here's what's going to happen. User base is going to decline massively because people are going to realize everything's shit now. The bots are going to rise up and take over, and his whole site's going to go out of business. He's going to lose $4 billion, or however many $1 billion he paid. I forget. It was billions and billions of dollars. He's a fucking dunce. Anyway, now let's talk on the major news story today. Okay, the major news story today is the 10-minute gameplay expose on Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It was released this morning. I've watched it. Okay, so here's the major thing that we're learning about the new Zelda. There's a bunch of new stuff in it that plays nothing like Zelda. Okay, so is there still weapon durability? Yes, but now there's the ability to combine items. So you can put a rock on the end of a stick and now it becomes a club with high durability. Or you can attach a giant stick to a pitchfork and do a humongous spear and poke things from a million miles away. Okay? Oh, by the way, there's the ability to rewind items. So you see something falling out of the sky, jump on it, hit the rewind, and it'll zip you back up to where it came from on a floating island, and now you're on a whole new dungeon. Oh, okay. Oh, by the way, there's a new thing called, what was it called? Something hand, ultra hand or something like that, where now you can combine items into bigger things. So for example, oh, I need to cross a river, but I don't have enough stamina to swim across. So how do you do it? Well, take 3 logs and combine them into what looks like a long boat, then take 2 fans that just happen to be sitting around and attach them to the logs, and now you've created a boat that is motorized and will blow you across the river. Okay? So it's funny because I'm watching this gameplay demo, and I'm like, seems familiar somehow. It almost seems like I've done this before. You know, like when I played Minecraft, or a Lego game, or, I mean, to some extent, even Fortnite. Seems very familiar. Seems like the whole building thing to get around and solve problems has been done before. And I'm watching this gameplay, and I'm like, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't think it's very good. I think they've gone in the wrong direction. When I play Zelda, what do I think? I think a good, expansive open world with cool puzzles, awesome dungeons, classic music, the usual enemies, but also some spins on that formula. I want, you know, big boss battles. I want, you know, you think of all the things you think of for Zelda. And you think, well, Breath of the Wild changed that by giving us this giant, open, expansive world, which was fine. And they took away the traditional dungeons, which I guess is okay because there were still the mini dungeons throughout the world or whatever. But for the most part, it still kind of felt like Zelda, even though it had a lot of changes. But it still, at its core, it still kind of felt like Zelda. Now, this game, if literally the whole game is going to be running around and using new abilities like building and combining, did you want to play Zelda or did you want to play Minecraft? Like, what did you want to play today? Because if you want to play Minecraft, you could already play it. It's been out for like 15 years. You don't need to play Zelda to play Minecraft. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm not going to find that fun. Every time that I see something I can't cross, I'm not going to want to look around the environment. So I got to pull a tree down over here. There's a rock over here. For some odd reason, there's a fucking rocket here. So I attach the rock to the rocket, and it launches the rock across, and it hits this, and then something else comes down, and I combine it to make a car. And I could drive the car across this road. Like, what is this? How is that Zelda? Right? That doesn't feel like Zelda to me at all. And I'm like, again, maybe there's nothing wrong with that formula, but if that's what you wanted to do, right? If that's what you wanted to make, then make it. For example, there is a game that is a spin-off of a popular franchise. It plays almost nothing like the original game, but it's very popular. It's called Dragon Quest Builders. Did you ever hear of it? I played one of them many years ago. It's not Dragon Quest. It's not a turn-based RPG, but it's set in the same universe, has the same creatures, the same...
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Black Mage for Super Chat, who says this is the worst take imaginable. Well, he hates Nintendo. He claims he doesn't, but he hates Nintendo. I mean, how dare Zelda try and do something different in the games, which might still be popular within a fucking fan base? I was like, nah, they're just copying this, they're just copying that. That's like fucking saying every single fucking fighting game's copying each other. Like, what was first, you know, like, was it Tekken that was first, or was it Street Fighter, or was it Mortal Kombat? Whatever was fucking first, everyone that came after him just copied them. What's the fucking point in playing those other games then if they're just copying the first one? It's a dumbass take, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's a stupid fucking take, because obviously some games fucking take the fucking concept, original concept of these fucking things and mechanics, and they'll try and expand on them and make it into their own. Brick Top says Karateka was first. You get what I'm saying, you know, you get what I'm saying. It's the fact of the matter that Phil is just so fucking pig-headed and stupid to fucking see that, and Zelda's trying its best to, you know, refresh things a little bit, but still be Zelda, and Phil's like, they're just copying this game and that game. It's a dumbass fucking take. I saw some of the trailer earlier on. It looked interesting. It looked like a Zelda game. You know, it's like, you know, very colourful and all that shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, I just don't understand Phil's hatred of Nintendo, essentially.
It's not Dragon Quest. It's not a turn-based RPG, but it's set in the same universe, has the same creatures, the same lore. But the thing is, it's kind of like Minecraft. You gather resources, you build, you do all this stuff. Was that Dragon Quest 12? No, it was Dragon Quest Builders. They didn't change the whole core gameplay mechanics of the major series. They just made a spin-off. So if you want to make a Zelda building game, make a building game and call it The Legend of Zelda Builders. Right? Just do that thing. I'm watching this gameplay and I'm like, I don't think there's a single thing I saw in that gameplay thing that looked good to me. I was like, oh, this is something I'm really not going to want to do, but I guess I have to if I play the game. Oh, this is something that I don't think I'm going to like, but I guess I'm going to have to do it if I'm playing the game. And every change is annoying. I'm like, this is the shit I don't want to do. I don't want to build. I don't want to combine. Just let me play Zelda. You ever heard of Zelda before? It's a pretty popular franchise, Nintendo. Hey, Nintendo. You ever heard of Zelda? You know, the game you fucking make? We like it. We like Zelda. We'd like more Zelda, please. Not, how do we change Zelda to pop in with other trends and shit? We don't need trendy Zelda. We just want Zelda that's fun and classic and stays true to form of what made it popular. Not abandon all those things so we can be trendy like the other games that you've been playing for the last 15 years. I don't need to build in Zelda. I can build in 20 other games. It's stupid.
You know what? What? How about? Okay, we're all here. I don't know how many of you guys have seen the Zelda trailer. How about we check out ourselves very briefly? Okay, let's just check out ourselves and we can judge for ourselves. Okay, so was it a trailer? It wasn't even a fucking trailer, really, was it? It was like more of a what do you call it? It was like a 13-minute gameplay demonstration. Yeah, here we go. So, guys, this is what it was like. But I'll fast forward to the actual fucking, you know, the game bits here. So here we go.
Let's begin. Here we are in the land of Hyrule.
Looks beautiful right off the bat. It's like, yeah, this is a Zelda game. You know what I mean? You can tell it's a fucking Zelda game. Looks very colourful, looks beautiful. There you fucking go. A very big open world as well.
Like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, there's a vast world to explore. Of course, it's...
D-Dog saying be careful because Nintendo strikes, and Nintendo, the DMCA strikes. Do I want to risk bingo? Oh, Zelda's riding a fucking horse. He's on a horse, motherfucker. So, let me show you. I'll show you a couple of wee things and I'll fucking yeet myself out here.
If we take a look... Oh, something's falling from the sky. Do you see it? I wonder what that is. Let's head over to it.
So you fucking go over to it, and then you fucking climb on top of it.
Do this on the rock that just fell. Look, it started rising. This power is known as recall, which rewinds an object's movement.
Quite interesting. Quite interesting, you know. Yes, so, see, it's hard for me to fucking make an accurate judgment myself I've never played Zelda. I've never really played a lot of Nintendo games, really. I'm just a fucking buffoon that way. But to me, it still looks like an interesting fucking game. It looks like there's a few cool things you can fucking do in the game to make it interesting. And Phil's saying, oh, I've seen nothing there that makes the game fucking exciting for me. So, there you go. You guys want to see more of a fucking trailer, you know, check it yourselves. I don't want to fucking risk Nintendo fucking smacking me with a banhammer.
Funny part is, you notice they didn't show it till today, so the game comes out mid-May. Today is March 28th. They didn't show this at all until today, so no one even knew it existed in the game until today. They waited until 45 days before the release of the game to tell you what the game is.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Autolane saying, who says, is this the first episode of King Jad VCMP Reacts? No. Sorry. I just wanted to quickly show off the fucking trailer. I would have shown you more, but B-Dog's warning Nintendo. I mean, Nintendo do fucking go after some channels very angrily sometimes for showing some of these things, you know what I mean? There's plenty of other things as well as in that fucking like 13-minute video. Things like, you know, combining things to make a weapon and all that shit, you know what I mean? And all that shit. It's actually a very interesting thing. I would highly recommend people checking out. So just like search on YouTube for, you know, Zelda trailer or something, you know what I mean? You probably fucking see it's like a 13-minute long video from Nintendo America. I would recommend it, you know what I mean? But I don't want to show it in here in case, you know, Nintendo fucking smacks me about.
45 days before the release of the game to tell you what the game is. I don't know, man. Now, maybe I am over-exaggerating, or not over-exaggerating, overreacting. Maybe the meat of the game will still be Zelda. And this is just some of the stuff that you have to do in addition. And maybe it won't be as often. I don't know. But it sure seemed to me that when he was doing the world exploration, this was constant. It was rewind this, go through, what was the other one? It was like levitate or something. You can levitate through a ceiling or something. I don't even understand that one. You just go right through a ceiling. Here's what's going to happen. 9 times out of 10, when you want to go through a ceiling, the game's not going to let you. And every once in a while, it's finally going to let you through a ceiling. And you're like, oh, there's something neat up here. And that'll be like 10% of the time. But 9 times out of 10, you'll want something and you can't do it. Oh, you're prevented from going through the ceiling here. That's how these games work. You know? Do you think they're really going to let you go through every fucking ceiling in the game? You know how broken that would be? There might never even be a dungeon. Just go right to the top of it every time. Right? So anyway, I guess we'll see. I'm not writing the game off. I'm still going to buy and play it. But does this make me excited? Any more excited? No, it doesn't. In fact, I think it actually took away some of my hype for the game. Because I'm going to be forced to do these things that aren't Zelda-esque, that don't feel like they fit in the Zelda universe, that I've done in other games, probably better. And I don't want to sit there and think, what can I build in Zelda? I just want to fucking play Zelda. You know? So, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens in May, okay? Bono's Tetmo says, I just want a giant hammer stick to kill enemies. I think that covers all our news. I mean, that was a giant news segment. I told you guys I had a ton of news stories to talk about today. I think we just covered it all there. So, excuse me. Okay, really quick. I want to blow my nose. I'll be right back.
He actually muted the fucking stream. He actually muted the goddamn stream for blowing his nose. Wow. How considerate of a little piggy. Well, bravo, Phil. You actually fucking did something in consideration for your fucking audience for once. G fucking G and all that jazz. And he's back. Boo.
Okay. Alright. That's what's in the news, guys. Let's do some shout-outs. This morning, I got a new membership from Mango Jewel Pods. Thank you to Mango Jewel Pods for re-upping your membership. It counted as a new one. So I'm assuming that you let it lapse and now you've renewed it manually. So that gets us up to 429 members and climbing. It would be great if by the end of today's 2 streams we could hit 435. That's the goal for today. Thank you very much, Mango. On the tip side of things. Let's see here. We started off today with a $1 tip. Let's see here. I did not. Someone says, why did you hit duty streams with a copyright strike? I thought you don't care about the tractor videos. I did not hit duty streams with a copyright strike. If he hit them, it's not me. I did not do that. I told you guys I don't do that shit. I'm not involved in it. It sounds like someone else is impersonating me again. If that happened, I swear to God, I'm not involved in it whatsoever. I don't do that shit. So...
The funny thing about this, okay, it's not actually fucking funny, but when Hate Army was also copyright struck, but several detractors recently have been copyright struck. Duty has been struck. Mighty D fucking brought back their fucking channel, but they got fucking struck pretty quickly. Hate Army has been struck as well. They're fucking going around a lot of fucking people. Snort Burnell apparently got fucking struck. So yeah, they're going around fucking fast. But when Hate Army got his copyright strikes and he showed evidence of this, it had Phil's email address on it, which means he would have been notified.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Lona Guardian, for Super Chat. It says, learning new things and exploring are bad. Yeah, for Phil Burnell, heaven forbid he should fucking try and use any fucking brain cells he's got left in that fucking empty head of his.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Fiery Paper Mario, who asks, do I think that both Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will get a manga adaptation by Akira Kimikawa someday? I'm not going to lie to you, you're asking the wrong guy, because I'm not really too clued up on Zelda stuff whatsoever. I don't want to fucking give you a fake answer. I mean, people obviously love the fucking games, you know what I mean? And I assume, this is just me displaying my ignorance here, I assume there's been previous fucking versions of anime made of Zelda, you know? Or even manga anime. I assume there's been previous mangas based on Zelda, so if it's popular as well, if there's demand for it, I don't see absolutely why the fuck not, you know? So... yeah, but I'm generally the wrong person to ask that, because I'm not a very caught up in it at all. So, I mean, if there's demand for it, if people want it, of course, fucking why not? You know, you think that. I do read some manga sometimes. You know what I mean? I'm not a complete fucking, you know, ignoramus when it comes to things like this. You know what I mean? I like reading that Hajime no Ippo. You know what I mean? I've been reading that since the fucking beginning. You know, I do like reading that fucking manga. You know, but I'm not too clued up in a whole bunch of them, no. So that's as far as my fucking my knowledge goes for that.
You know, whatever you could do to dispute it, but it's not me. I'm not involved in it.
Oh yeah, that's what I was fucking saying though. Phil's email was used in the fucking the copyright strikes against Hate Army Watch, which means that he would have had an email notification, Phil, about this, because his email was tied to, even if it wasn't Phil doing it himself, someone put Phil's email address in there, which means Phil would have been notified that this has happened, which means that he has known about this happening and is ignoring it. So we can't just fucking claim ignorance here for some things. If this, you know, if his superhound again and he's using Phil's credentials, Phil gets to know about it because his email address is encoded usually. So there's no, he can't just fucking claim he's not aware of it happening, because his actual details are being used, which means he would have been told about it in an email. At least that's the way I see it. I think that's how it works.
You know, nothing I can do about that. Oh god. Hershey Squirts did $1.25 tips. Did you beat Hogwarts? I remember you were playing it. You were in a gauntlet of enemies. You ended the stream. Oh, we beat it. We beat the whole game, dude. We beat it like a week and a half ago.
Lies, lies, and more damned lies. Phil did not complete the full entire game with story modes. The very final mission requires you to get to level 34, and it basically completes a school year for you. You know, it decides who wins the house cup, essentially. And of course, because it's you, you know what I mean, because you're in your house, whatever, your house would have won the house cup for all their efforts and, you know, saving the world and all that shit. You know, the basic Harry Potter strategy. You want to win the house cup, just save the fucking world. Easy. But yeah, Phil never got to level 34. He was in level 31. He tried to rank up quickly. He couldn't be asked to fucking put any more time into it. And he just said, you know what, I beat the fucking main final boss, that's it, game over. He Kirby'd it, essentially, you know? He pretends to beat the whole fucking game, didn't beat the whole fucking game.
We absolutely beat it a week and a half ago. And if you think I'm putting Hershey Squirts on my leaderboard, you're sorely mistaken. That's not going to happen. I'm just going to name you Hershey. How about that, Hershey? There you go. The Hershey Squirts. And then we got another $1.25 tip from Pickle Nipple. Remember when you said you and Rambo were going to cover E3? I think they canceled the game. What was the game? Huh? Oh! He says, when you and Rambo went to E3 to cover a game, but then I think they canceled the game. The name of the game was Hawken, okay? So this game was supposed to be a free-to-play PC game where it's a mech combat game. And quite frankly, when I played the early version of it, it was very fun. It was actually a pretty good game. The problem was, they fucked the game up. Like, it was supposed to come out that fall, and they kept delaying it. So they ended up delaying the game like 3 or 4 times, and then finally when they released it, no one cared. So it was supposed to come out like this date, so all the Machinima partners hyped it. Then it was supposed to come out another date, and they're like, all right, well, it's kind of coming out. By the time it came out, no one cared. No one cared about the game at all. And there was like 2 people who got in on this promotion, because the way Machinima covered it was, if you made content on Hawken, you would get paid a certain amount of money for the content. So what ended up happening was 2 machinima partners covered it for like 2 days straight and made all the money, and no one else could make money on it. So the only people who ever heard about it were people who were fans of 2 machinima partners. That was it. The game came out and failed miserably. No one played it. And then like a year later, they ended up redesigning it and releasing it again, and it failed again, and it just died. No one played it. Hawken was a humongous failure. That's just what happens. It's when you're gonna release a game like that, if you're gonna try to have people hype it, you have to make sure you're appealing to the right communities. They did not. Like, for example, I know for a fact some of the people who took the money to promote it, their community doesn't play mech games. So it doesn't matter how much you watch a popular person play a mech game, how many people will that trickle down to who will actually play the game, right? Essentially, it was not a very effective marketing ploy, what they were trying. The game itself was fine. Like, I played it. I thought it was good. But I'm not a PC gamer. So it wasn't like I was going to be playing it constantly and hyping it, right? I didn't even know when the game... Think about how bad this is. They paid me to go to E3 to cover the game. When the game finally came out, no one even told me it came out. Machinima didn't even tell me the game was out. So how would I even promote it, right? So there you go. Yawn, yeah. I never had 1 million subs. That's ridiculous. I have the most subs now that I've ever had. I'm at my record high right now. I've never been at 1 million subs. Never. Yawn, yeah. Yeah, obviously this is a parody of Yawn, yeah, or whatever. The guy on social media. And he's a YouTuber, right? And a voice actor too, I think? Okay. Pickle Man, did you tell me what your favorite sandwich was yesterday? I missed your answer. What's your favorite sandwich? What the? Let's see here. Okay. I think they got stupid. They got stupid spam email. Distracted me. Juan David Ortega, again, I have to emphasize with you that Easter is not in 5 days. You keep saying this, but it's not. You were mistaken. Easter is actually over a week away. It's not this weekend. You've got a misconception of time. I believe it's on is it the 9th? I think Easter is the 9th of April. Turkey sub sandwich is your favorite, Pickle Man? That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Do you have a particular place you like to get it? Or do you make it your own? You make your own at home? Anyway, guys, we still have some extra time. Even though most of the show was covering news. If you have any things you'd like to throw my way, questions, please tag me in the chat. We'll do a little bit of Q&A before the podcast adjourns, and then we resume with Metroid. My thoughts on Chris being out of jail. Chris Brown got out of jail? I don't even know what you're talking about. Jimmy John's or homemade, depends on the day, says Pickle Man. Oh, okay. Haseo says if you had to choose either YouTube Premium or pay to get a blue check mark, I think I know what my choice would be. Of course, I get tons of value out of YouTube Premium. I absolutely do. I get a lot of value out of it. No ads on YouTube, playing a playlist and or a bunch of music in the background, and being able to, like, the pre-download videos, like, just those 3 things alone are great. There's other things, too. Like, I know if I'm watching any content via YouTube Premium, the content creator is getting credit for it. Like, for example, all this React stuff that we watch, everyone I watch gets paid on YouTube because we're watching their content. They get the credit for that because I'm on YouTube Premium. That's sweet. We don't have to watch the ads, but they still get paid like I did. That I feel good about that I'm supporting the creators that I watch. So, yeah, there's value added. There's zero value added for that Twitter Blue besides, oh, now you show up again and you can vote on a poll. It's like, it's nonsense. Would I sell my current consoles to get a gaming PC? Why would I do that? Then I couldn't play the games on the consoles. That'd be pretty asinine. I'm going to go with a no there. Do I prefer first-person or third-person view for modern Resident Evil games? You know, I think they both work. I think it's fine for Resident Evil 7 and 8 to be first-person, but obviously we can see with games like 4 and the third-person works too. I guess it's really personal preference. I like them both. I don't really care either way. Right. Has my PC been dusted or cleaned since the purchase? Yes, I do. I wipe down the outer case all the time to keep the fans clean, the top dusted. I never go inside of it, but I've always cleaned the outer, anything that's, you know, on the outer edges, you know, I clean it.
And yet the microphone has still got several fucking layers of fucking dust on it. You can see it here. Look how dusty that microphone goddamn looks. And yes, he never actually opens up the fucking PCI or to fucking clean inside it. He just fucking wipes the outside of it. So imagine the amount of fucking dust on the inside of that fucking thing. Jesus Christ, man. On the outside it looks fucking clean. That's the main thing, isn't it? Fuck off, Phil.
What is my favorite restaurant in the Seattle area? Ooh. Oh man, that's a tough question. Like, I don't know if we have a favorite restaurant. We have, like, in each type of food, like, we have a favorite Mexican restaurant, We have a favorite sushi restaurant. We have a favorite,
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Black Metro Super Chat says, we've seen your consoles. Liar. Yeah, Phil is not great at fucking maintaining his equipment. You know, the fact that, you know, yeah, he's full of fucking shit. Full of goddamn fucking shit. If that officer gets fucking cleaned, his cat is doing the fucking cleaning. Look at the goddamn microphone. It doesn't get cleaned that fucking well either.
Mexican restaurant. We have a favorite sushi restaurant. We have a favorite, pizza place. You know what I'm saying? But we don't have, like, oh, this is the one definitive place that's our favorite. And by the way, I'm not going to mention any names because it's troll bullshit. So, by the way, I just got a $20 tip. Thank you so much to Tyler. He says, I love your content. Tyler, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that so very much, Tyler. Thank you for the big, generous tip this morning.
It's amazing that he went from being so goddamn toxic to so fucking, you know, thankful for some money. It just changes his mood like that. Right in fucking Fly just changes his whole goddamn fucking mood. Right like that. I'm not gonna fucking tell you guys a fucking trolling bastards. I'll buy you, I got some money. Thank you guys. You guys are the best. Thank you very much. Fuck the fuck up. Jesus Christ. We have a bingo because of that 15, you know, that big tip from Phil. He is now over $15+ in tips for the podcast, which is a square. We are still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 away from a full house. However, we're 2 snorts away from a free space.
Thank you, thank you. Here's a nice dance for you. And let's get you up on the leaderboard, Tyler. We're actually at $23 in tips. I didn't add that other one. My fault. There we go. Thank you, Tyler. All right. Okay. What supplements or vitamins do I take in the morning? Currently, the only supplement I take is vitamin D. That's it. At one point, I was taking multivitamins, and then I ran out, and I forgot to buy more, and I haven't taken them in like a year, and it's affected nothing. Which makes me feel like multivitamins just don't do shit. They probably... It's funny because... when I used to work at the office job I used to work at, every day in the morning, I used to take that airborne shit. It's that tablet, the vitamin D tablet, that you dilute in water, and it's like fizzy, and you drink it. It's not vitamin D, it's vitamin C. It's supposed to give you like an immune boost. So one day I'm walking through the office, I'm drinking it, and one of my coworkers says, what's that? I said, oh, that's airborne. He goes, wait a minute, isn't that vitamin stuff? I was like, yeah. He's like, you realize it doesn't do anything, right? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, did you ever notice that once you take it, you know, within like an hour, you feel like you gotta pee? I was like, you know, you might have a point. He goes, yeah, your body doesn't absorb vitamins like that. Like, really? He's like, yeah, your body does not absorb vitamins like that. Because your body has to absorb it naturally through like food and stuff. If you're just taking a giant concentrated amount of a vitamin, your body won't absorb it. What happens, it just passes it right through. So whenever you're drinking that and then you have to use the bathroom, it's because you're pissing it right back out of your body. You wasted money. And I was like, oh. Okay. And I thought about it. I was like, he's probably right. And then, you know, since then, like I said, I always took multivitamins. My whole life, I took multivitamins. And I just, like I said, about a year ago, I probably ran out of them. And I was like, nah, you know, I'll buy them when I get them. And I forgot to get them. And it's been like a year. I'm like, I guess it didn't do anything.
I don't know if I would agree with that, Phil, because within the last year, maybe it's just a coincidence because your webcam got upgraded, you got a new webcam, you know. Well, technically an old webcam, but you get what I'm saying. Phil looks far fucking worse than he did last year. I'm just saying, he looks far fucking worse now than he did a fucking year ago.
Because here I am, I mean, I'm not sickly.
Hey, side scrollers, chat, how you doing, pal? Hope you're feeling better.
It hasn't really negatively affected me. I guess I didn't really need them. They didn't fucking do anything, right? Well, that's some money saved. Why buy them? You know, that's funny because that's why when you go to your local grocery store or pharmacy and go to the vitamin aisle and take a look at any multivitamin, and what you're going to see on the bottle says this is not FDA approved. They can't get approval because it's not really a drug that does anything. If it was a drug that was effective, it would have to say on it what it does and what its effectiveness is. But because it doesn't work, that's why it doesn't say that. You see? Yeah. It's just, exactly, it's just minerals. The natural way to do it is to absorb it through food and drink and eating the right things. If you're eating the right things and drinking the right things, you're going to naturally absorb the vitamins and minerals you need anyway. So that's how you should be taking it. Not, oh, I eat a bunch of junk that's terrible for you, and I take a multivitamin. That's not how it works. You're not going to get the vitamins from that.
Money, Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for Black Mage Super Chat. It says, I hope he gets the big C from lack of vitamins. That's a bit harsh. Black Mage, that's a wee bit harsh. I'm pretty certain he's already got the quite big D, and I don't mean obviously I'm fucking complimenting him, no. A lot of the theories seem to kind of go around Phil having diabetes that he's not fucking disclosing to his audience or anyone in that matter. But the way he's fucking, you know, I recognise some symptoms of it, you know what I mean? I think a lot of people do feel convinced that Phil has diabetes and he's just not disclosing it to his audience for a fucking reason, because there's probably question marks with him if fucking asked about his fucking diet, I guess, you know. But yeah, and in case people aren't aware what the big C is, Black Mage is playfully mean about cats, or he's just fucking he's not. He's just being mean for the sake of being mean. He doesn't really feel that way. Wouldn't want to wish out on anyone, of course, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's yeah. The big major ailment that Phil seems to have, he doesn't want to disclose to anyone, is probably something to do with diabetes, or something how his fucking diet has fucking affected it, or even because of all alcohol he fucking drinks and not telling anyone about. Everpeace says having to take insulin shots would explain the long bathroom breaks and stuff. That's a good fucking point. We've all just been saying he's probably playing WWE champions in the bathroom, but then again, it could certainly be something more to it than that. D-Dog says a shaky leg is a sign of diabetes. His leg's been shaking for like 14 years though. Like ever since Phil started making videos on the internet, he's had that fucking leg shaking, bouncing up and down all over the place. And Steve Red says there's no way he'd be regulated enough to keep an eye on his blood sugar levels. You'd be surprised, Steve. Remember, he is quite, you know, strict when it comes to schedules. You know, he's a man. He lives off a set schedule. You know, so have a feeling that he would actually be all over that kind of thing.
You're not taking a multivitamin. That's not how it works. You're not going to get the vitamins from that. There you go. Ratio 91, he says, here's a website I just found, real simple. Most studies have found there's no significant benefit from taking a daily multivitamin. It doesn't protect the brain or heart or prevent cancer. maybe you'll get a negligible little bit amount of a vitamin boost from it, but especially for the prices. Did you ever see like a big bottle of multivitamins cost you like 15 to 20 bucks now? Like, what the fuck? What am I spending that money on? Literally nothing. You're pissing the money away. Like, if you're drinking Airborne, you're literally pissing the money away because you take it in and then you just piss it right back out. Jake says, how's Disney Speedstorm? You know, I don't know much about that. Didn't people say that there's a Disney driving game coming out soon? I guess I'll have to look into that. I don't know much about it. I didn't really hear much about it. And he says, yes, the Street Fighter Blanca shirt, one of my favorite shirts of all time, I'm wearing today. What's my favorite kind of chicken? Anything with dark meat. Whether it be like chicken thighs, chicken drumsticks, anything.
You know, sworn that Phil always fucking got nervous around dark meat. Anyway, Side Scrolls is convinced that Phil is an addict to many things, including furiously jerking off. Look, if Phil was a constant fucking wank addict, his arm would be like Popeye. He's like one arm like Popeye and the other arm like olive oil. No, Phil was not furiously fucking masturbating every single fucking day on his fucking in his bathroom in between fucking streams, whatever. No, I do not buy it. I don't think Phil even has much of a fucking libido anymore. The only times he gets excited is basically when it comes to fucking things like food or, you know, WWE champions or some pish.
That has like a tasty, you know, dark meat is my favorite. I've never tried cauliflower rice 672. No, I have not. I've never tried cauliflower pizza either. Atomic, I don't really care about having almost 500 million views here. Keep in mind that combined between this channel, my old vlogging channel, my current vlogging channel, my DSP Street Fighter channel, my original Dark Side Phil channel, I probably have an insane amount of views. I don't care. Doesn't matter. Yes, I did watch Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers back in the day. I actually did. It was one of the cartoons of the Disney afternoon that I used to watch every single afternoon. I have not tried zucchini pasta noodles, but I like zucchini Hobo X, so I probably would like them. Although they're not pasta noodles. There's no such thing as zucchini pasta. It can't exist. Pasta's made from, you know, wheat and grains, and you can't make that out of zucchini. Defiant HD, I've seen the first 2 John Wick movies, and I liked them. James Warner, I've had duck, and duck is superb. Duck is absolutely amazingly tasty. I love duck, but I barely eat it because it's expensive, it's rare, you can't really get it that often. Yes, I did own a PSP, Slinty, back in the day, and I played Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core on it. What's an exotic dish I've tried? I don't know, it depends on what you mean by exotic. What would you consider exotic food?
In Phil's case, exotic would mean not something he has a whole lot of, so something healthy like a salad.
Oh! Oh! Ooh! No, I've never tried real African food. I have not. I'd be interested in trying it someday. Giant Enemy Crab, I wish you the best. I hope you feel better. Am I nervous Breath of the Wild 2 won't do well on the channel? No, because my channel is a variety channel. When I play Breath of the Wild 2, I'm not reliant on just playing Breath of the Wild 2. I balance it with other things, and therefore, if one doesn't do so well, usually the other one picks up the slack or vice versa. It's not that big of a deal, right? Right now, Metroid Prime Remastered ain't doing so great, but I'm doing a really awesome playthrough of Resident Evil 4 Remake that is doing better. So, but in comparison, it all balances out, you see? That's what it's all about. If I was reliant on only playing one game at release, and that game didn't do well, I'd be screwed. Very much so, but that's why I don't do that. Beet juice? I never had beet juice, villain. I drink cherry juice for my acid level issues in my body. Haseo says, you mentioned you might do a gaming calendar update. If so, any idea when that might take place? My birthday event. My birthday event, April 7th. So a week from this Friday, we're going to do it as part of the birthday event. We're going to sit down and look at the gaming calendar and go through. I'm going to basically have it right here, and we'll go through all the releases, and we'll talk about each one, if they're interesting or not. Durana says, keep in mind, Nintendo has never had a good streak of Zelda games. Usually there's highs and then lows. Oh, man. That sucks. That would really suck if Breath of the Wild was good and this one is like, no one likes it. I don't know. From what I'm seeing, I'm really not sold on this game. Just being honest. Like, from what I saw today, I was like, why'd you make it a builder game? Who the hell is asking for Zelda builders? I haven't heard a single person say that's what they wanted from Zelda. You know? It's very odd. Generic says, if you consider cherry tablets instead of juice, it's cheaper and a quick tablet in AM. Were we not just saying that the body doesn't absorb these kind of vitamin concentration things properly? You have to drink, you have to naturally eat and drink it. We literally just said that. But we were just talking about with multivitamins and like, it doesn't really work. Jeremy, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you're doing reacts, movie, and review series. I've enjoyed them. I'm looking forward to more. By the way, my review of The Batman, the Robert Pattinson Batman movie, will release tonight on DSP Reacts. I finished watching the movie last night. Man, it took forever.
It's fun.
That movie was way too fucking long.
Hold on. It's funny. I'm just going to think it's funny how all of a sudden Phil has a whole bunch more free time, like a spare 2 hours or so, to watch these things. Mister, I have no spare time to fucking do this or that. All of a sudden, every single night seems to have a spare hour and a half or 2 hours at his disposal to fucking, watch some random shit so he can react to it. Why did I not have that time before? What was he doing with that time previously? I'm a bit suspicious.
3 hours for that shit. I was like, dude, is it ever gonna end? So, the review is tonight. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not gonna be all positive, man. There's a lot I have to say about that movie, and it ain't good. There's a lot of things that I was like, oh my god. Like, come on. So, yeah. Review tonight on DSP Reacts. Ugh. Yes, I did see the butterfly effect. No, I've never been in a delivery truck. Which Batman is my favorite? It's always going to be the original Michael Keaton Batman, That the original Tim Burton idea. Really, really well executed. I think he nails it. He nails Bruce Wayne. He nails Batman. He nails every part of that formula. Pretty well. Slinty, I do like watching movies all in one go if I can, but man, there's no way. How are you gonna watch Zack Snyder's Justice League in one go? It's 4 hours. How was I gonna watch the Batman? It's 3 effing hours.
How do you expect people to fucking watch your whole entire fucking streams? They last like 5 hours, and that's just a fucking day stream, Phil.
I don't have 3 hours at night to watch a movie. I watch it in little portions, There you go. Val Kilmer is the one true Batman, says Bowser Jr. Right. Jade, I'm glad you're liking Metroid Prime. Like I said, I like the game a lot. I will say this to those of you who are here, if you could stick around and give Metroid Prime a shot, if you like chill gameplay with a lot of interaction, there's going to be a lot of that, because this is that kind of a game.
You just fucking claim nobody has fucking free time, like nobody has like fucking 3 hours to watch a whole fucking movie in one go, like you don't anyway. How's anyone? Your words, how's anyone meant to sit around the one fucking go? Zack Snyder's Justice League 4 hours. You are preparing, you've had a stream going since 10:45 AM. Right? And your plan to end like 4 PM your time or some pish? That's a long ass fucking stream. Sure, it's not fucking Chill Murray standards of fucking long streams. He's fucking still going as far as I'm aware, like 20 hours or some pish. But yeah, it's still a fucking long time, one big, long, consistent, regular fucking stream, Phil. And you're fucking claiming, how's anyone meant to watch a fucking movie in one go, in one sitting or whatever, and you're fucking telling your audience to do exactly the same for you right now for playing Metroid Prime. Shut the fuck up. Stevie Red is reminding us all, remember when Craig from Side Scrollers was like, Phil, is there anything I should know about you? And Phil recommended Craig watches Down the Rabbit Hole React. It was 7 hours long. Correct? Anything you wanted to know about Phil, you should just watch a 7 hour long fucking video. Commit essentially a whole entire work day of your fucking, day, of your schedule, your free time. 7 whole goddamn hours. I was like, oh, I'm going to fucking phone sick to work so I can watch this entire fucking video.
And again, for those who are enjoying Metroid Prime, if you could support the playthrough, I'd really appreciate it. Only because it's not getting a lot of attention on YouTube. It really is going to be the streams that get us any support for this game, and I would appreciate anything you could lend. Thank you. Oh yeah, I did ride an ambulance after my car accident. I had my car accident, and I can't remember if I rode in an ambulance the time when I lost my vision in high school. I might have. So I might have had 2 different hospital or ambulance rides.
Wait, what?
And when I lost my vision in high school.
Phil went blind in high school? Did I just forget this random bit of lore?
I might have. So I might have had 2.
Other people seem confused as well. DJ was confused. Have I just forgotten that Phil went blind in high school randomly? Yeah, Phil's mentioned it before, apparently. Apparently Phil was a blind motherfucker before. Hold on. We got Pig here, hold on. Actually, I could try and use this. Although I need Phil's... It's probably on Phil's React channel. Hold on. Blind... How about I search migraine? 52 results from migraine. How old a story is this? When did he even fucking tell this fucking story? I didn't even know how to fucking look for this fucking thing. Stevie Red is recommending... Sorry, Barrett Wills is recommending search school nurse. That's a dodgy fucking search thing. I'll search on Pig Go, but I won't Google that shit in case I get fucking suspicious looks. School nurse. Obscure, Overwatch, The Walking Dead. No, it's a fairly recent thing apparently. He said it a few weeks ago. How the fuck did I miss this shit? How to type in blind? 4,263 results for fucking blind. Keep in mind, Pig Go might not have this because it stopped getting updated in mid-February. So, which means that we actually might need fucking this channel. Don't we just type in DSP Gaming and type in blind. This is a new way to search things with. Oh, I need the actual fucking link. Hold on. Copy link address. You guys get to see how this fucking works now. I must be suffering from DSP blindness. Am I blind? Where the fuck is he? Am I fucking blind? Window outside, my blinds are crashing. Am I blind? There's different ways you can fucking use so you can search. So if you do that, you can also filter different things so you can find results with that in it, essentially. Fuck balls. Fuck off. So there's no videos as far as we can tell on DSP Gaming where Phil said blind and migraine in the same video. The Super Saturday from the 13th. So I feel like I'm really derailing things, but I genuinely had no idea Phil was talking about going blind temporarily. Jesus. I might just bail. We'll just take Phil's word for it. Fuck it. I don't want to fucking deal to it. Holy shit, Scotland were in 2-0 against Spain. I just got distracted by fucking real life football things, but fuck it, we'll just go back to bingo. I can't find it, but we'll take Phil's word for it. He apparently went... apparently went to hospital, fucking ambulance ride, because he was fucking blind. And the people want to screenshot it, this fucking thumbnail, this fucking strange lean. I can have a wee quick, save of this, hold on. I do need a thumbnail after all, so why not? But yeah, I don't remember Phil saying this. Was I even here? Was it on a Saturday? Did Phil say it on a Saturday? Was I even here? Did it happen during a bingo? But I do not remember this random bit of lore. But if I got, you know, Phil apparently, you know, thought he was going blind, but he probably had a finger in his eye or something. Let's see how this looks as a potential thumbnail. This is an extreme leaning ban, yet that's actually pretty decent. I cropped it quite well. Fantastic stuff. Phil letting rip a big massive fart.
2 different hospital or ambulance rides. Yeah. No, I never saw the cartoon show Two Stupid Dogs. I don't even know what that is. Yes, well, I told this story. That one day, I was just sitting in class in high school. And it just so happened this class was taught by the principal who was a priest, okay? And
we're getting the story now, guys. We're getting the story right now.
I completely lose my vision. I can't see anything. I'm blind. And at first I'm thinking, maybe I'm crazy or maybe it'll come back. It didn't. I waited like 5 minutes and it didn't come back. So I finally just raised my hand.
You waited 5 whole goddamn minutes. Like 300 fucking seconds. Like if I suddenly went fucking blind and I spent like fucking like, you know, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, maybe 30 to see if it came back, then I would be fucking panicking. I'm not going to fucking just chill there for 5 whole goddamn minutes thinking tum-de-tum. I wonder if it'll come back anytime fucking soon. Maybe I just went out for a fucking walk, my vision. I'd be freaking the fuck out pretty fucking quickly if I fucking just suddenly went blind. And he's talking about it like 5 whole fucking minutes. Are you fucking kidding me on?
I completely lose my vision. I can't see anything. I'm blind. And at first I'm thinking, maybe I'm crazy or maybe it'll come back. It didn't. I waited like 5 minutes and it didn't come back. So I finally just raised my hand. And I said, you know, I couldn't even see anything. And then the principal called on me. I was like, yeah, I need to go to the nurse. I can't see. I don't know what's going on. I'm really nervous. He's like, what? Are you serious? I was like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I really can't see anything right now. I'm like blind. So then a student helped me. He was actually the guy on the football team. So he helped me to walk because I couldn't see where the fuck I was going. And we walked to the nurse. And I laid down for like 20 minutes. And she gave me some water. And after about 20 minutes, my sight came back. And then they took me to the hospital and they couldn't figure out what it was. They thought maybe dehydration, but they really couldn't figure it out. And it never happened again to me in my whole life. You never heard that story? I've told it several times. I just don't know what it was. I still to this day don't know what happened. All right, guys. Well, I guess we'll end the show. I guess we could call this the news show. There was so much news to talk about, right? I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Thank you to those who chilled and supported in any way. And thanks for those who interacted with me. It was a great show. And until tomorrow, I wish you all the best. And I hope that you guys don't get too jumpy. Set up, and I am going to briefly just use the restroom before we begin with gameplay. But let's get set up here. Go to the proper aspect ratio for today. I'm trying to remember where we left off. Didn't we just get through the part where you couldn't see anything because it was so dark? And we barely survived, but we did. And we got to a save point. But there was actually a lot of enemies there. But I was like, save point. So we saved, and I think we're going to pick up from there. So. Okay, guys, real quick. I'm not going to run ads or nothing. I'm just going to use the restroom. It'll be a couple of minutes. I'll be right back, and then we'll start, okay? I'll mute the mic, and I'll be right back.
And he's fucked off to the bathroom. Let me just fast forward. It's not looking good for Bingo, I know. It's not looking good for a full house. But still, Phil he'll still talk and say a few things. He might... What the fuck? What the fuck was that noise? Hold on. Let's just... Phil's back. Okay, Phil came back. I feel like I should go full screen for this.
All right, we lost about 100 viewers while I was peeing. Oh, that's amazing. I don't know how we lost that many, but okay. All right, let's continue. Let's actually start with the game, shall we? All right. I hope you guys will stick around to chill with me. Oh no! Oh, that was fast.
Seriously, this was the noise he was making when I fucking fast forwarded to it. Seriously, it's nothing major then. What in the fuck? One more time. It's the whale call. I still think the whale call I made was like better. You know, like personally, I feel like my whale call video was far better. In case people have not seen the whale call video that I made before, I think I'll show it off now, because why the fuck not? I feel like flexing and showing it off. So, yeah. That is a whale call if ever I fucking saw one. That is the goddamn motherfucking whale call right fucking there. This noise from Phil. Hold on. To be fair, we should also slow motion this and see how, you know, similar it is. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. You call that a fucking whale call? This is a whale call. Fucking hell, man.
No! No! Okay, that's better. I'm glad you feel better, Giant Oni Crab. Hello to American Manga Undertaker. How are you?
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
I just realised I made Phil dance but you can't fucking see him because he's got a black screen and he's got his wee webcam on, so I made Phil dance and nobody could see a fucking thing. Thank you very much, Kel Denson, for a super chat. Says you forgot the part where Cat comes in. I mean, Cat coming into the stream wouldn't really fit in the webcam, you know what I mean? The frame's not big enough to fit the second floor or the first floor, depending on your fucking interpretation of it. The upper level of Phil's Snortfort cannot handle Cat. She's a permanent residence on downstairs because she cannot fucking get up the stairs or fucking be held up the stairs. Yeah. Cat's not going to fucking appear on stream again simply because there's no way she can fucking get upstairs. Phil'd have to fucking remove his entire stream set up downstairs to accommodate Cat. That's just the way it is these days. Right. Sadly, Phil, I mean, we need one more snort for our free space, but we're fucking several away from our full house, sadly. I was optimistic as well, as I usually am. But it looks like Phil's going to deny us.
I'm glad you feel better, Giant Oni Crab. Hello to American Manga Undertaker. How are you? Good to see you. Sadly, it looks like your membership expired, man. That sucks. What's up, King Gabriel? Good to see you. How are you? Yeah, typically updates for the Switch are very fast, actually. You know, the worst is the fucking PlayStation. PlayStation takes ages to upgrade. I don't know why. What's up, X-Shooter? Hello, Kitty. Hello, Juan David Ortega. Okay.
Ice Valley.
Did you say it's smelly? Did you hear that? He said it's smelly. That's what I heard him say. What is so smelly? It's smelly. Huh. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Metroid Prime Remastered.
That's really how he fucking starts the fucking stream for gameplay. Him mishearing what the fucking guy said. Like, I think the guy said Ice Valley. And Phil's like, I heard him say it's smelly. Hello, everyone, welcome to... Fuck off, you fucking cunt. That is going to be the end of Bingo, sadly, ladies and gentlemen. Some of you guys are escaping already. I do hope you all enjoyed yourself. Steve Red, hope you have a good one. I'll catch you all later, I guess. And I'm going to end things how I always end things myself, okay? We didn't get a full house in Bingo. Sadly, it was not to be, but who knows? Maybe there's always tomorrow, you know? That famous old song goes, there's always tomorrow. Let's refresh the stream. So let's refresh Phil's stream and see how he's doing in terms of his performance and all that, because we are behind Phil by about 20 odd minutes. Also, ignore us. And this is just random stuff at the top of the screen, you know, in the search bar. You don't have to worry about this, you know. Just says DSP Games are disgusting, smelly, odious, spiteful, cretin, and a cunt. Don't worry about that. There, it's gone. A fresh stream when it's gone. Phil's got $43 dues in total tips, you know what I mean? So he's almost hit his gunner glasses, and he might be quite happy about that, who fucking knows. Is Chill Murray still fucking streaming? Are you fucking serious? Hold the fuck on. Chill Murray, is this motherfucker still streaming? Surely not. He's still streaming, ladies and gentlemen.
And you money. They literally pay your fucking bills, you pathetic fat fuck. Stupid little prick.
He has been streaming for like fucking 30 hours. The guy's out his goddamn mind. Although he slept for like fucking 4 of those or 5 of those. He slept on his own. He fell asleep on his keyboard and fucking kept pausing and playing a fucking video over and over again about Chris Chan. Guys, like, I'll say, make sure you swing by and just fucking say hello to him at least, you know what I mean? The link is in the fucking chat. Pop by and say hello to him and wish him well. He has been streaming since the day before. It doesn't even give you how many hours ago it was. It's literally the previous fucking day it shows you him fucking starting streaming. It's fucking mental. So, yeah, make sure you show him some fucking love, not shit, you know. I'm gonna just bail here. But, guys, thank you very much for joining me from DSP Bingo. I appreciate it all. Hope you all had a good time. And, yeah, we're back tomorrow with some more DSP Bingo antics. But until then, I am going to end things how I always end things, by playing the Tony's PIG contributions made by the extremely, I wasn't fucking ready for you to start playing, made by the extremely talented Pixar Animations. So, yeah guys, thanks for being here. Sad it wasn't a full house, but, you know, fingers crossed we can get one tomorrow. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, how I wish to spend it. I'm going to go watch the rest of the Scotland game. Scotland actually winning against a good fucking football team. 2-0 was amazing, so hopefully we can keep on fucking winning. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with some more bingo. Until then, have a good one. I'll catch you all later. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside, all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky. And you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that, in an instant, fucking gone.